Live from the Monument in Rapid City, South Dakota, it's Utah Grizzlies Hockey. As tonight's the first of a two-game weekend series as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. It's game 2 of 72 in the regular season, and it's game 2 of 3 straight on the road as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush for the first of 10 meetings this season. The Grizzlies went 5-3-1 against Rapid City last year. Well, in the Grizzlies' regular season opener last Friday, 7 days ago, they lost 7-2, but the Grizzlies did get second period goals from Neil Shea and Mick Messner. But it was just too much Idaho as Ty Pelton-Bice scored 2 goals and 3 other stillheads had 1 goal and 1 assist. Rapid City had a tough weekend last weekend over at BOK Center in Tulsa as they lost by scores of 7-4 and 4-1. So both clubs are looking for their first win of the season. Well, the Grizzlies announced captains, and when we come back to the Grizzlies pregame report, we'll tell you who the captains are, as well as the assistant captains, alternate captains, if you will. Bit of a debate in the world of hockey as to what you call it, alternate captains, assistant captains, or in the case of Utah Hockey Club, associate captains. Either way, we're going to have a ton of fun here as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. 2 head coaches that really know each other, Ryan Kanasowicz and Rapid City's Scott Burt, as both guys were teammates in the 2007-08 season. One familiar face on the Rapid City roster, Ryan Wagner, is the Rapid City captain. He did play in 23 games with the Grizzlies during the 2019-2020 season. Wagner has 7 years of experience in the American Hockey League. It's going to be a ton of fun, Grizzlies and the Rapid City Rush. There are 3 different Grizzlies players who are making their regular season pro debuts here tonight. Chase Hartje did end the regular season by playing in 11 games in the EIHL with the Coventry Blaze, where he was a teammate with current Grizzlies defenseman James Shearer. Hartje will be playing in a forward spot as the Grizzlies have had some injuries to their forward lineup, and Hartje will be in the Grizzlies lineup wearing number 20. And the Grizzlies will also have Reed Lebster, who was acquired in a trade with the Florida Everblades. We'll tell you about Lebster, as well as the newest Grizzly, Cameron Buell, later on in the pregame report. When we come back, we'll talk about who the captains are for the Grizzlies this season, who are the team leaders that are going to be leading the Grizzlies through their 30th season of professional hockey in the state of Utah. It's going to be a ton of fun. Good crowd filing in here to the Monument. And for my money, one of the best rivalries in the Mountain Division. Always gets a little bit heated when the Grizzlies take on the Rush. And it should be a heated one here this evening at the Monument. First of a 2-game set. Don't forget these teams will also meet on Saturday night at 7:05. Well, when we come back, we'll talk about the Grizzlies team leaders. We're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. Presented by Les Schwab.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value. So get more and get it today. Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back to the Monument. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off is about 10 minutes away as Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush in the series opener. Well, the Grizzlies announced captains earlier this week. Johnny Fairbrother will be wearing the captaincy for the Grizzlies this season. Fairbrother played in 8 regular season games with the Grizzlies last year and had 1 goal and 2 assists. He was really an instrumental player for the WHL's Everett Silvertips, played there for 5 seasons from 2016 through 2021. He signed a 3-year NHL entry-level deal with the Montreal Canadiens in the summer of 2021. Did spend some time in the AHL with Laval Rocket. Fairbrother missed all of the 2022-23 season with an injury and was hurt most of last year. But when he's healthy, he's got really good size and speed, and he's got a pretty good shot from the blue line. And Fairbrother is an outstanding team leader, and he has been elected captain of the Grizzlies for this season. It's the 3rd straight year where a defenseman has been elected as Grizzlies team captain. That will be part of Grizzlies trivia, which will take place in the second period here tonight. The alternate captains for home games will be Dylan Fitz and James Shearer. Fitz has played in 137 games with the Grizzlies, 137 games with Utah over the last 3 seasons. He's got 41 goals and 45 assists. He did have 21 goals and 20 assists for the Grizzlies last year. James Shearer comes back after spending last year with the Coventry Blaze of the IHL, the 2023-24 season. Shearer was a teammate with Chase Hartje over there. Shearer, a couple years ago with the Grizzlies, really was instrumental to Utah reaching the postseason. In 81 career games with the Grizzlies, Shearer has 9 goals and 25 assists. He had 6 goals for the Grizzlies a couple years ago. Since it is a road game and the Grizzlies are wearing the black jerseys, the Grizzlies will have Cole Gallant and Mick Messner wearing the A's on the sweater. Gallant finished third on the Grizzlies in assists last season with 35 and was fourth in points with 47 during the regular season. Gallant was a captain in the USHL with the Omaha Lancers, and that was during the 2017-2018 season back in juniors. Mick Messner scored a goal last Friday in the regular season opener against Idaho. Messner was also a captain in the USHL in the 2017-2018 season as he was wearing the C for the Madison Capitals. James Shearer obviously has got a lot of experience as a team leader. He did wear the A for the Grizzlies 2 years ago, and he was the captain of the WHL's Brandon Wheat Kings in the 2017-2018 season. Shearer was a teammate in Brandon with Chase Hartje as well as Kay Jensen. Those 3 were members of the Brandon Wheat Kings, and Dylan Fitz does have experience wearing the A, where he wore that for the Grizzlies a couple of years ago. So that's going to be the team leaders for the Grizzlies this season. When we come back, we'll talk about the 2 Grizzlies who were acquired earlier this week, 2 forwards that are going to be helping out in the lineup, as the Grizzlies did get a couple injuries among their forward lineup last Friday. Aaron Aragon sustained an injury that could keep him out this week. He might return for the home opener next Friday, and Blake Wells suffered an upper body injury, and he'll be out maybe a couple months. And so the Grizzlies needed some forwards, and they picked up 2 good ones. We'll talk about them on the other side. We'll also give you the starting lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Rush face off in about 5 minutes from now. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off here in a few minutes. The Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. The lights are out here at the Monument. It's Rapid City's home opener. Commissioner Ryan Creelan is among those in attendance here tonight. And hopefully high school football doesn't take away too much of the crowd this evening. It looks like about 2,500, maybe 3,000 are here so far. Well, the Grizzlies made a couple roster moves. As we just mentioned, the Grizzlies did lose a couple forwards to injuries as Aaron Aragon and Blake Wells got hurt last Friday. Aragon a little bit more short-term, and Wells hopefully will be back in maybe 4 to 5 weeks or so as he got an upper body injury in the third period against Idaho. So the Grizzlies need some help among the forwards, and Cade Nelson's also out with an injury. Hopefully he'll be back soon. So the Grizzlies needed some forwards, and they acquired Reed Lebster in a trade as they got Lebster and future considerations as well as the playing rights to forward Matthew Wedman from the Florida Everblades for the playing rights for forward Kyle Betts. Lebster appeared in 5 playoff games for the 2024 Kelly Cup champion Florida Everblades. He played for 4 seasons at UMass Amherst, scoring 28 goals and 29 assists in 4 years. Last year, he transferred to Michigan State University, where he had 19 points, 6 goals and 13 assists in 35 games. And yesterday, the Grizzlies signed forward Cameron Buell. Buell was in training camp with the Kalamazoo Wings. He'll be wearing number 11 for the Grizzlies. He played at St. Lawrence University over the last 4 years. He's got pretty good speed. Looks like he plays hard. He was really good on the penalty kill in practice yesterday. And Buell's got a pretty good shot. Looks like he might be a pretty good addition for the Grizzlies. He'll be wearing number 11 for Utah, and Reed Lebster will be wearing number 17. Let's go over the starting lineups for both teams. First for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are wearing a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. They are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz, and the assistant coach is my roommate here on this road trip, Christian Horn. Starting for the Grizzlies defensively is going to be Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. Yoon was captain at Colorado College in his senior year, the 2022-23 season. As for Derek Dashke, he had 16 goals with Kalamazoo last year. So Dashke and Yoon are the starting defensive pairing. We will also see Cade Jensen as well as Kabori Dunn, and James Shearer will be paired up with the Grizzlies captain Gianni Fairbrother. Grizzlies are rolling with 12 forwards, although Chase Hartje might be going back and forth. Hartje will be a forward tonight. Normally he's a defenseman by trade. The starting forwards for the Grizzlies will be their top three-man forward lineup. Neil Shea will get the start. He had a goal last Friday on the Grizzlies power play. Shea had 18 goals and 19 assists with Newfoundland last year. Cole Gallant, who's got an A on his sweater. Gallant will be in there. He's the starting center wearing number 25. Second full season as a pro out of Western Michigan University. And Briley Wood will be in there. Wood, who was outstanding in the WHL last season. It's his first year as a pro, and it's his second pro game. He'll be wearing number 14. So, again, the starting forwards are Shea, Gallant, and Briley Wood. We will also see Mick Messner. He'll be lined up with Luke Manning and the newest Grizzly, Reed Lebster. We will see Craig Armstrong paired up with Tyson Upper, and Dylan Fitz will be on that same three-man forward unit. We also see Hartje as a forward, and he'll be lined up with Cameron Buell making his Grizzlies and pro debut, and Nick Pastorius will be on there as well, wearing number 42. So once again, Shea, Gallant, and Wood are the starting forwards. We will also see Messner, Manning, and Lebster, as well as Armstrong, Tyson Upper, and Dylan Fitz, as well as Hartje and Cameron Buell with Nick Pastorius. Starting in net will be Adam Scheel. Scheel got the start last Friday and stopped 32 of 39. Scheel's in his fifth season as a pro. He played with the Chicago Wolves of the AHL all of last season, where he was a teammate with Rapid City captain Ryan Wagner. And Wagner is the captain of the Rapid City Rush, and he'll be one of 18 skaters for Scott Burt's unit. The starting lineup for the Rapid City Rush have a record of 0-2. They are led by fourth-year head coach Scott Burt. Wagner will be in there, but he's not a starter. Starting for the Rush is going to be Connor Milamok. Milamok played with Idaho last season after completing a college career. He'll be lined up with Brett Davis. Davis, the starting center, wearing number 82. He's got an A on his white sweater tonight. And Mason McCarty, number 14, is also starting. So we'll see Davis, Milamok, and Jefferson and McCarty starting. We will also see the top forward line prominently featuring Ryan Wagner, the former Grizzly, who's got 7 years of AHL experience. He's lined up with Denny Gore, who's got an AHL contract with the Calgary Wranglers, as well as the Notre Dame product, Trevor Janicki. So watch out for that forward line of Wagner, Janicki, and Denny Gore. Gore wearing number 7 for the Rush, as he's the first-line center for Rapid City tonight. Starting defensive pairing for Rapid City is Holden Wall. Wall wearing number 20. He is 6 feet and 192 pounds. He's got an AHL contract with Calgary, and he'll be lined up with Zach Hoffman. Hoffman is third season as a pro, second year with Rapid City. Hoffman, a former member of the Utah Outliers in his junior days. And starting in net is Connor Murphy. Murphy's got an AHL contract. He's 6'4" and 201 pounds. He's from Hudson Falls, New York. When we come back, we'll have face-off here from the Monument. Good crowd filing in here. And when we come back, we will have face-off. It's the Grizzlies and the Rapid City Rush. It's the first of 10 regular season meetings between the clubs. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush here in the first of a two-game weekend series. I'm Tyson Whiting. We're going to have a ton of fun here this weekend as the Grizzlies take on the Rush. First of 10 meetings. You know, the Grizzlies do have quite the rivalry with the Idaho Steelheads, but it always seems like there's a little bit of heat, a little bit more animosity when the Grizzlies face Rapid City. Adam Schill is in net wearing number 34. He'll be making his second appearance with the Grizzlies. He stopped 32 of 39 last week. Schill last season in the AHL with the Chicago Wolves had two shutouts, a 9.07 or a 907 save percentage and 2.84 goals against average, and a record of 13, 18, and 8. He is certainly familiar with the Rapid City captain, former Grizzly Ryan Wagner. Wagner was with Chicago last year, and Wagner, has got 7 years of AHL experience. He played his college hockey at the University of Wisconsin. Just a solid player who can do a little bit of everything, and he's going to bring a lot of leadership to the Rush this season. He's at center ice with new Utah captain Gianni Fairbrother. Fairbrother in his fourth season as a pro, third season on the ice. He did miss the 2022-23 season with an injury, as Wagner and Fairbrother at center ice with the ceremonial puck drop. A lot of festive stuff happening here in Rapid City as it's the Rush's home opener. Last weekend, they lost twice to the Tulsa Oilers. Looks like Tulsa's off to a flying start as Tulsa got victories by scores of 7-1 and 4-1. And then yesterday, Tulsa defeated Allen 8-2. So it looks like the Oilers are off to a great start, and the Grizzlies are looking to get off to a fast start here tonight as they fell behind 3-0 last Friday and just couldn't quite climb back far enough as they lost 7-2 to the Idaho Steelheads. Grizzlies will start out with Derek Dashke and Brian Yoon. That's the starting defensive pairing. Starting forwards, the top forward line of Neil Shea, Cole Gallant, and Briley Wood. Grizzlies in a black jersey with white numbers and professional green trim. Rapid City is in a white jersey with black numbers, red trim. They've got a starting lineup of Zach Hoffman and Holden Wall defensively. Starting forwards are Connor Millimuck, along with Brett Davis. Davis is starting center, and Mason McCarty on the right wing. This game's got one referee and two linesmen, as Gallant will take the face-off against Davis. And the draw won by Rapid City, and we're underway. Rapid City skating from left to right as we see it from the press box. I think it's from the other side on the Flow Sports screen. As Zach Hoffman runs it down, rush zone, he'll tap it off the glass. Puck hippity hops into the Grizzly zone. Running after it's Brian Yoon. No icing is Yoon in the corner. He gets blasted by Connor Millimuck, who plays a strong two-way game. Shea cross-ice pass. Wood couldn't run it down. Holden Wall will skate deep into the rush zone. His icing is on the Grizzlies as we get our first whistle, 27 seconds into the game. Everybody make your pick to click as to who's going to be the star of the game for the Grizzlies. I'm going to go with the captain. Gianni Fairbrother is my pick to click. It's the first time that Fairbrother has played against Rapid City as a member of the Grizzlies. Fairbrother, former third-round pick by the Montreal Canadiens back a few years ago. It was the 2019 draft where he was the 77th overall pick. Grizzlies keep the same five that started the game. Rush will keep the same five as well. Rush won the draw. McCarty down the middle. Righty shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes back towards Shield. And a shot goes wide by Millimock out in front of the net. Puck rolls towards the far side. Yoon over to Wood. Briley Wood will backhand it airborne towards center ice. And the puck will glide towards the rush zone for Zach Hoffman. Third-year pro over to Davis. Right wing pass to McCarty is poked away by Dashke. As coming up with it is Reed Lebster in his first shift as a Grizzly and first regular season shift as a pro. He played in 5 playoff games for Florida. Right wing Messner shot. Glove saved by Murphy about waist high. And so Utah gets their second shot on goal. It was taken by Messner and saved by Rapid City goaltender Connor Murphy, who is 6'4" and 201 pounds out of Hudson Falls, New York. Grizzlies have Manning taking the face-off. He's got Lebster to his left and Messner to his right. Up top is Shearer and Fairbrother. As a draw won by the Grizzlies, they're in the attack zone. Lebster on the right side will try to get it back up top, but Ryan Wagner took it away. Wagner will pitch it around the net for Charles Martin, number 47. Martin is second season with the Rush. He'll throw it to center ice. It taps off the stick of Trevor Janicki, the Notre Dame product. Janicki around the net as puck goes towards the right corner. And the Grizzlies will tap it back to Shearer. Shearer over to Messner. Messner's on the left wing. He'll get it out to center ice for Lebster. It drops it for Manning. Manning skates down the middle, steps over the line, and veers off to the left. Manning over in the left corner, skates around Rapid City's net, feeds it out in front, and taps off the stick, and Murphy covers up in front of the crease. As Manning was looking for that wraparound, he had Messner out in front of the net, and the puck never got to Messner, as Murphy was able to cover up as we get a whistle with 18:22 left in the first. Good opening night crowd here at the Monument. Probably going to have a bigger crowd tomorrow as there is high school football in the area, and the weather's pretty good. Temperatures were in the 60s. Tyson Upper will take the draw. He's got Fitz to his left and Craig Armstrong to his right, and up top is Cade Jensen and Kabori Dunn. No score, about a minute and a half in. Grizzlies have taken the first 2 shots on goal. Actually, it looks like both teams have taken 2 shots here through a minute and a half. Tyson Upper, the first-year pro, University of Calgary product. Second pro game as a draw won by Rapid City as they go into the corner. Utah, Craig Armstrong gets held up by number 27, Matt Arujo, native of New York, 6'2" defenseman. Rush come out of the puck with the center ice, and dumping it in is Parker Bowman, number 43, as a rush towards the near corner. Get back up top towards Constantino. Over to Bowman. Puck hipping ups over his skate. Grizzlies will ice it as Kabori Dunn tried to get it to Fitz at neutral ice, and the pass was incomplete. Icing on the Grizzlies with 17:56 left in the first. We're just getting underway, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. Grizzlies home opener will be 7 days from now as they take on the Allen Americans. Grizzlies will have 4 straight home games after this weekend, 2 against Allen and 2 against the Tahoe Night Monsters. Rush won the draw. Constantino dangles in the high slot, who fires the righty shot that goes wide. As Coella, left side shot, kick saved by Shield. Rebound goes to Fitz. Fitz skates out to neutral ice. Now lug out to center. He loses the puck as Parker Bowman cut in front of him. Up at the Rapid City line, dumps it in. Fitz has to let it go around the boards as Rapid City towards the right side. As they'll tap it off the boards. Kabori Dunn right point. Righty shot is a little bit wide towards the left corner as Dunn comes off the ice, replaced by Brian Yoon. As Nick Pastorius in his first shift of the game, as Yoon over in the right wing rolls it along the boards. As Grizzlies get held up over in the left corner, Dashke surveying. Chase Hartje acting as a forward with a push. As Cameron Buell in his first shift with the Grizzlies dancing around the corners, he gets held up along the wall by Matt Arujo, one of 6 defensemen from Rapid City tonight. Out of the pile comes Billy Constantino. He stops at the far goal line and pitches it across. As Rapid City will tap it to neutral ice, they bank it off the boards. Rush under the zone left side. And a backhand shot. And a blocker saved by Shield. That shot was taken by Tyler Burney, number 23, the big 6'5" forward for Rapid City. He's on their 4th line tonight as a rush at neutral ice. Cross center. Pass towards Burney goes wide of the mark. Shield will tap it along the wall. Burney lets it go past him. Shea over to Gallant. Flies along the left wing. Gallant into the zone. Skates towards the corner. Banks off the boards to Shea. Left wing. Lefty shot. Saved by Murphy. Rebound goes to Rapid City. Rush will cross center ice. They enter from the left wing. So Rush trying to get towards Janicki, the Notre Dame product, make that Joe Whitmer, number 8. As Shea across the Dashke, crosses center ice, gets around Burney. As Dashke loses the puck, has taken it, is Holden Wall. He'll wing it around the boards, and the Rush get out to neutralize. Rapid City crosses center. Big-time hit delivered by Manning on Jack Jeffers, number 19, as James Shearer tried to get back towards Manning. It bounced off of Joe Widmer, as Widmer gets cut off by Shearer, boxed him out. Fairbrother rolls along the boards, left wing. Rush keep it in. Rapid City feathers it out in front of Millimak, and it's tapped by Fairbrother. Manning gets the puck. He flies along the right wing, crosses center ice. No, whip it around the boards. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. Millimak at the Utah line. Big-time collision with him and Kay Jensen. Jensen went flying as Millimak has delivered a ton of big hits here in the first 4 minutes of play. Offside as the puck exited the zone and came back into the Grizzlies' end. So the whistle blows with 15:42 left in the first. Rush are a team, they've got pretty good size. They might be one of the bigger teams the Grizzlies face all season. Just about all their players are listed at 6 feet and taller. Manning will take the draw against Brett Davis. It looks like we got the starting forward lines of both teams on the ice. As a draw won by the Grizzlies, Reed Lebster along the right side, gets around a skater, steps over the line. Lebster stops in the right corner, feeds it up top to Dunn. Dunn dances around, right point, shot is blocked as it might have hit his own guy, Messner, about 15 feet in front of the net. Rapid City crossing center ice. McCarty will loft it in. Shield will throw it towards the left side as Lebster gets there about the same time as the Rush skater, and Charles Martin will brush it to the other side. Near side as I'm seeing it. I think it's on the far side is what you're seeing on Flow Sports. Rapid City crosses center ice. McCarty will drive it back in. Shield behind his net. Will throw it towards Kabori Dunn. Lebster trying to get to Armstrong. It's tapped away by number 7, Danny Gore of Rapid City. He's got an AHL contract with Calgary. As Ryan Wagner skates towards the high slot towards his right, he gets held up by Lebster. Wagner fires it towards the left corner. Done with a one-arm brush as Janicki hacks away, puck in the crease, and Shield will cover up. Lebster with a push for Ryan Wagner, and now Luke Manning getting after it with Wagner. Wagner in his 7th full season as a pro, as Wagner and Manning exchange words. Shield covered up in the crease. Rapid City doing a good job getting traffic out in front. There's still no score. 14:50 left in the first. Well, it's important for both teams to get off to a fast start, and it was probably a rough week of practice for both clubs as Utah lost last Friday 7-2, and Rapid City lost by a combined score of 11-2 to the Tulsa Oilers over the last 2 games. Tyson Epper will take the draw against Denny Gore. Gore 5'10", 180 pounds out of Ontario. Grizzlies win the draw. Brian Yoon stops behind Shields. Grizzlies spread the ice as Yoon dance around, gets the Dashke's over the goal line near side. Dashke surveys. Now he just skates down the middle slowly, fakes to his left, and gets the Yoon over to the right side near the Grizzlies bench. Yoon crosses center ice, and he'll drive it in. If it skates towards the left corner, he gets there about the same time as Brett Davis. As Utah gets held up along the boards, Dashke battles with Gord and a couple other Rush skaters. Janicki will move it out to center ice. As the Rush cross center, Ryan Wagner gets cut off. As Buell loses his helmet, he has to come off. Wagner, right wing, backhand shot, misses the net as it goes towards the end boards. Upper will backhand it to Fitz. Fitz blue line pass, doesn't connect with Gallant, no icing. Murphy plays behind his net. Grizzlies make a line change. We're 6 minutes in, still no score. Rush have taken 5 shots. The Grizzlies have 3. Rush will slowly make a line change themselves as Maurizio Coella is on the ice. Passes Zach Hoffman. He's on the left side. Cross ice pass goes tape to Coella. Steps over the line. Left wing. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Shield. The low liner Shield gloved about ankle high. 13 minutes, 45 seconds left in the first. Rush have outshot the Grizzlies 6-3. Still no score. Both goaltenders have looked good so far. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
13:45 left in the first period. Still no score. Grizzlies and the Rush. Looks like Max Brown is tuned into this game. Max, a good friend of the program. As Utah wins the draw, Fairbrother skates around Shields' net. Shield wearing number 34. Puck goes past Zach Hoffman. It looks like icing's going to be on the Grizzlies with 13:38 left in the first. Zach Hoffman is familiar with the Salt Lake Valley. He played with the Utah Outliers in his junior days. He was an outlier during the 2017-2018 season, and in 47 games with Utah, had 16 goals and 49 assists. He's one of 6 defensemen for Rapid City tonight. Rush won the draw. Left wing. Lefty shot goes wide. That's taken by Holden Wall from the point. As Shea across to Fairbrother. He crosses the center ice right wing. Drops it for Wood. Grizzlies enter. Wall across towards Shea. Trying to get it back to Fairbrother on the right side. Pass goes wide. Rush have a 2-on-1. As Parker Bowman skates towards the left wing. Took a lefty shot. Saved by Schill as it bounced off his left arm. As Simon Boyko battles with Fairbrother. Coella delivers a good shoulder check on Gallant. As Gallant will throw it towards the Grizzlies bench for Wood. As Wood, Coella tried to light him up, and Wood sidestepped him. Grizzlies have it with Jensen. He'll get to neutralize. Bouncing puck is corralled by Gallant at the Utah line. He'll push it back to Shearer. Grizzlies spread the ice. The Rush make a change 7 minutes in. Jensen left wing, out towards Messner. Taps off of his stick. It goes deep into the Rush zone. Murphy behind his net, wearing number 32. Will direct it towards the right point. Kept in by Kabori Dunn. Right point, righty shot. Glove saved by Murphy. And he holds on. That's the 4th shot for Utah here tonight. Rush have taken 7 on Adam Schill, including a 2-on-1. Boy, Parker Bowman along the left side had a really good look, and Schill was able to block it with his left arm to keep it a scoreless game. Manning will take the draw. First full season as a pro. The University of St. Thomas, he wins it. Messner, right side shot goes wide. Puck hit the opposite neutralized. Dunn will run it down to the Utah line. They'll brush it towards the right side as Manning gets a good push from Rapid City. Grizzlies dump it in as Messner chases after it. Rapid City has it behind their net. Charles Martin will tattoo it off the boards. Dunn runs it down. He gets the puck as Dunn gets to Manning. Manning drops it for Jensen, who pushes to center ice looking for Messner. Pass goes wide of the mark, and icing is on Utah as Messner was shadowed like a hawk by Charles Martin over in the left wing at neutral ice. So the Grizzlies get called for icing. 12:14 left in the first. Utah did go 5-3-1 against Rapid City last year, but the Rush won one too many games in the month of March. And the Grizzlies ended up missing the postseason by a game. Manning will take the draw against Brett Davis. Davis, an alternate captain for Rapid City this year. As a draw won by Utah, Kabori Dunn, first-year pro, Lindenwood University product. Will bank it off the near boards as we see it. As Connor Millimock, he's got a good family connection with Scott Burt. Burt's known Millimock for many years. Rush skate around the net. Brett Davis, right side shot, saved by Shield. Boy, Davis skated around the net towards the right side and got a good shooting angle. Shield was able to locate it and make the save. And the big thing is Shield's done a good job here in the first 8 minutes of not letting any rebounds, any second chances to Rapid City. Rush are averaging a shot per minute, 8 shots through 8 minutes of play. Grizzlies have 4. Draw's going to be in the right wing. Upper will take it against Brett Davis as Rapid City skating from left to right. As I see it, I'm not sure if that's exactly how they see it on Flow Sports. It might be, as we're looking at the other side of what the center ice logo would show. As the Rush win the draw, right point, Charles Martin's shot is blocked as it goes towards the corner. Dashkey head towards Armstrong to Upper. Upper pushes ahead to Fitz. Fitz on the left side, directs it in. As chasing after it is Tyson Upper. Fitz gets there about the same time as Davis. Davis brushes along the boards. Puck skies into the air to the Grizzlies zone. Yoon runs it down at the Utah goal line. Yoon stops. Dashkey cuts to his right. Upper and Armstrong to the left. Yoon long-range pass connects to Fitz, tape to tape. Drops it for Armstrong, who steps over the line. Armstrong, right side, lefty shot is blocked. Now Dashkey skates down the middle, veers off to the left, takes a lefty shot that goes wide. Armstrong on the right point keeps it in, wearing number 3. He'll dash it off the boards towards Dashkey. Across to Shearer. Left point, Shearer across the right corner. Armstrong gets it. He stops, pivots, throws it back to Dashkey in the right side. As Dashkey skates towards the high slot, take a lefty shot. And a blocker and a body save by Murphy as he just absorbed it around the Rapid City type in the front of the jersey, and he holds on. 11:03 left in the first. A good puck movement by the Grizzlies. Good shift by the forward lineup of Armstrong, Tyson Upper, and Craig Armstrong. Fitz, Armstrong, and Upper with a pretty good shift. Dashkey and Yoon moving the puck pretty well here early on. Grizzlies change things up. Gallant's out there with Wood and Shea. Up top is the captain, Gianni Fairbrother, with James Shearer. Rush win the draw. Zach Hoffman will lift it. Puck gloved, high slot. Gallant righty shot saved by Murphy as it kicks out of play off of Murphy's pads. 10:56 left in the first, and there's still no score. Draw's going to be the left side. Cole Gallant will take it. He's got an A on his sweater, as is Mick Messner. They're the road alternate captains. Dylan Fitz and James Shearer will wear the A's when the Grizzlies are at home. Hope to see everybody next Friday at the Grizzlies home opener against the Allen Americans. Face off at 7:10. Rush won the drop as Wagner will push it out to center ice. Rush over the line as they throw it to the corner. Denny Gord chases after it. He hits Cole Gallant as James Shearer holds up Gord. As Trevor Janicki hacks away 2-on-2 scrum in the corner. Rush center it. Shot by Ryan Wagner is sticked away by Schill, and it goes out of play. The two teammates last season, as Wagner had a good shot in the left circle, and Schill just sticked it away. It looks like Wagner and Schill exchange a couple words. They know each other pretty well. Obviously, we're teammates last season, and they spent many a practice together last season with the Chicago Wolves. Draw one by the Rush. We're still scoreless. Ryan Wagner left side. Sharp angle shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes towards Fairbrother. He battles with Janicki. Janicki took it away. He'll get to the left circle. Righty shot goes wide. That was taken by Denny Gord. Gord an AHL contract with the Calgary Wranglers around the boards. Shearer will shuffle it towards Briley Wood. Wood along the wall near Utah's bench over to Fairbrother center ice. Fairbrother gets pushed by Wagner. Wagner gets the puck 2-on-2. Wagner over the line. Loses this. Cameron Buell will backhand it towards Briley Wood. Wood crosses center ice and he'll backhand it in. Grizzlies will get 5 new skaters on the ice. We're halfway through the first period. Still no score. Rush outshot the Grizzlies 8-6. The puck hit the opposite into the Grizzlies zone. And icing is on the Rush as they were looking for a pass about the Utah line that didn't connect. So draw's going to come back towards Connor Murphy. Cameron Buell's out there, the St. Lawrence University product. He's wearing number 11. Buell coming off the ice. He's got pretty good speed, about 5'10", 183 pounds. He was in training camp with the Kalamazoo Wings. Manning will take the draw for Utah. He's out there with Lebster and Messner. I'm interested in seeing if Lebster gets a good look. He's displayed a good shot in practice. Lebster gets it, high slot, righty shot. Glove saved by Murphy, and there is that shot. Lebster's got a pretty good one. Murphy makes a save and holds on with 9:51 left in the first. Still no score. Rush have outshot the Grizzlies 8-7. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
No score, 9:51 left in the first period. We've been skating 5-on-5 throughout. Shots pretty close to even. Rush have 8. The Grizzlies have 7, but Utah's taken the last 3 shots on goal. Draw one by Utah in the offensive zone. Over to the right side. Righty shot is blocked away. Kabori Dunn looking for his first as a pro. Had a good look. Jensen left point. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Murphy on a backhand catch across the Rapid City type in the front of his white jersey. Snags it. We're up to 8 shots. Both teams with 8 shots here early on. Same 5 on the ice. Manning taking the face-off with the Messner to his right and Lebster to his left. Up top is Cade Jensen and Kabori Dunn. Lebster's going to be a good one for the Grizzlies. Last year had a solid year at Michigan State University as a graduate transfer. Grizzlies win the draw. Messner directs it up top to Kabori Dunn. Dunn dangles the puck back and forth to the right side. Now he skates towards his left. He feeds to Jensen, left point. Lefty shot goes wide as it bounced off the glove of Parker Bowman, one of 12 forwards for the Rush tonight. Messner gets hit along the far goal line. Rapid City will wrap it around the boards. And it's going to be icing on the Rush as Cade Jensen with the long strides gets over there. Arm is raised by the linesman. Icing on Rapid City with 9:19 left in the first. Commissioner Ryan Creeland is in the building. Not sure he was supposed to sit towards my right behind me, but Commissioner Creeland is in town for the Rapid City home opener. Looks like a pretty good crowd, not a sellout. My guess is maybe about 4,000 here in this building that holds just over 5, maybe closer to 6,000. They say about 5,800, I think. Cole Gallant crouches down. He'll take the face off. Gallant, second year as a pro, second full season. Did spend some time with Trois Rivières at the end of his college career at Western Michigan. Rush won the draw and clear it back out. Neutralized Grizzlies with it. Briley Wood trying to get it to Shea. Pass goes wide of the mark. Rush will tattoo it off the boards. Dashke, left side, will dump it in. It bounced off of Shea's glove about shoulder high. Rush will loft it out to center ice towards the Utah line. It's gathered by Coella. He'll drop it towards his left. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Tyler Burney. He's had 2 looks so far. Big 6'5" forward. As Utah gets hit behind their net, Dashke over to the left side. Will pitch it out to Shea. Shea across to Briley Wood near the rush bench. One-time tap to Yoon over to Wood. Grizzlies enter. Wood across towards Shea. Taps off the stick, flies into the air towards the end boards. Yoon battles. Rapid City throws to the right side. Constantino couldn't locate it. Tyler Burney does. He dangles the puck back and forth, and he'll sky it to center ice. Puck bounces at the Utah line as it's taken by Dashke. Dashke will throw it to Wood down the middle. Drops it for Shea left wing. Shea with a lefty shot blocker saved by Murphy. Wood behind the net. Tried to get it out in front to Buell. Bounced off a rush stick. Shearer, left side, gets it across. Buell wasn't looking at it. Burney will throw it out to center. As the Rush enter the zone with some momentum, Joe Widmar skates towards the corner, and he'll roll it along the boards. Puck to the right wing. Grizzlies chase after it. Cameron Buell with good speed. Gets towards Pastorius down the middle. Nick Pastorius, center ice, will throw it on to Murphy. Shot, save, rebound, shot by Pastorius, right wing. And Murphy makes that save as well. Pastorius will play hard each and every shift as he's a pretty good energy guy. 6'1" and 215 pounds, might be the strongest guy on the team. As a puck to the right point, Grizzlies will backhand it across to his Fairbrother. Rush over to the near goal line. Will pitch it across. Puck ricochets off the boards. Connor Millamont near the Rapid City bench. Stops at their line. Pivots. Feeds it across. Billy Constantino, number 68, dangles the puck across the center ice. Fires onto Schill. Schill makes a glove save about waist high. Grizzlies keep it alive. Archie will tap it to center ice. Fitz couldn't reach it. As Rapid City towards their net gathers the puck, Grizzlies will make a full line change. 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first and counting. No score. Grizzlies up to 12 shots. Rapid City's taken 9. Turnover at center ice. Tyson Upper enters the zone. Gets to Armstrong in the right wing. Armstrong skates towards the far goal line. Gets around the net and feeds it out in front towards Fitz. Fitz couldn't handle it. Rush will tap it off the glass. Jensen gets it at center ice. He'll push it across to Dunn near Utah's bench. Dunn, right wing, crosses center ice. And he'll globe it into the Rush zone. Fitz around the net. Rapid City taps it to Ryan Wagner. Wagner will skate up ice and push it to McCarty at center. McCarty enters from the left wing. He'll skate towards the circle. Righty shot. Saved by Schill. Rebound. McCarty skates around the net. Didn't have a shooting angle. Now he's on the right side. Pitches up top to Hoffman. Hoffman on the right point. Fires towards the net. And it's blocked away. Puck bounces. McCarty will do a half circle over in the left circle. Drop it. Now it goes back to McCarty. High slot. Righty shot. Gets redirected and goes wide as it bounced off of Jensen's stick. Wagner over in the right corner, dance around as Tyson Upper's hawking him. Wagner throws it towards the middle. Lefty shot is blocked away as they got blocked before it got to Schill. Rush get it up top. Fans making some noise. Hopping towards Davis. Davis in the right point. Will throw it to Wagner. Wagner right ring. Lefty shot. Saved by Schill. Rebound goes to McCarty. He's on the right side. McCarty gets pushed by Jensen. Gets up top to Wagner. Right point. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Schill. As Schill with a backhand glove save about waist high. Wagner skates towards Schill. As I mentioned, those guys were teammates last year and looks like they're pretty good friends. As Schill has robbed Wagner a couple times here in the first period. 5 minutes, 58 seconds left in the first. Still no score. Both teams are up to 12 shots apiece. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Now that we've got Ashley tuned in, as well as Ronald Wells. He's tuned into the game. Special shout out to Max Brown, who's tuned in as well as Nick Hayes and Nadine Hellewell also tuned in, longtime Grizzlies fans. Don't forget, next Friday is the Grizzlies home opener. It's home opening weekend presented by Smith's. Join us as we celebrate 30 seasons of Utah Grizzlies hockey. That's next Friday, November 1st, for the first of a 2-game set. And then coming up 8 days from now will be November 2nd, second of a 2-game set against the Allen Americans. It's Hispanic Heritage Night. A lot of fun stuff happening at Maverick Center for the 30th season of Utah Grizzlies hockey. Utah wins the draw on their own zone. They get out to center ice. It taps off a stick of Charles Martin and collides off a Messner stick as it flies out of play into Section P here at the Monument. Draw's going to be neutralized. Come by and say hi. You know, when you come to a Grizzlies game, I'm hanging out Section 114. I'm not going to big time you like other broadcasters will locally, where you try to say hi to them in the concourse and they just walk right past you. Rush won the draw. They skate from left to right as I'm seeing it. They step over the line. Charles Martin, right point. Will throw it towards the corner as Janicki gets held up. As Manning gets a good shoulder check from Wagner, who plays a physical game even though he's not very big. Deep into the rush zone, and it's run down by Brady Putti. First line defenseman for Rapid City as Wagner takes a spill at the Utah line as Dashke gets there before Janicki. Puck lifts towards Messner, drops it, and he'll backhand it ahead. Puck gets some air under it. Reed Lebster steps over the line, veers off to the right. But they say that the Grizzlies are offside as Lebster just kind of skated to the right a little bit at the line, and Dashke entered before Lebster did with the puck. 5:17 left in the first. Some pushing in the corner of the Rapid City zone. Play starting to get a little bit heated. Most of the hits by Rapid City have been big Connor Millimak, who plays a pretty physical game. It's no surprise that he signed with Rapid City, as after all, he's got a family connection. Scott Burt, before he spent a year with the Grizzlies, spent 6 seasons with the Idaho Steelheads, and he was a legend in Idaho, so much so that he's got his jersey retired at Idaho Central Arena. His teammate for all 6 of those years was Jeremy Millimak, the father of Connor Millimak. And so Connor Millimak has known Scott Burt about his entire life. And so when Millimak was looking for a team this season, naturally, he was picked up by Rapid City. And he scored a goal last weekend for the Rush in Tulsa. Neutral zone draw near the Rush bench after the Grizzlies got called for ice and Utah wins it. Fairbrother will saucer it in as the Rush, Billy Constantino behind the net battles. Grizzlies take it away. Briley Wood will tap it off the wall to the left point for Shearer. Shearer dangles the puck around. Rolls it to Neil Shea, gets held up along the boards. Gallant gets pushed towards the wall as Grizzlies skate around the net over to the right side for Fairbrother. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Constantino tried to nudge it ahead. Didn't get very far. Puck towards the end boards. Now Maurizio Coella, second year with the Rush. Coella, right point, dangles the puck. Blue line to blue line. Pass connects to Simon Boyko before he gets taken off the puck on a good hit by Shearer. Fairbrother over towards Wood at the Grizzlies line. Over to Shea down the middle. Shea steps over the Rapid City line. Over to Wood. Back towards Shea in the give and go. Shea around the net. He gets double teamed. He gets taken off the puck by Coella. And the Grizzlies get it towards the middle for Pastorius. High slot. Righty shot goes wide. White Pastorius had a good look. Rapid City will tattoo it off the glass. Jensen over to Dunn. Dunn near the Grizzlies bench right wing over to Buell. Buell gets it tapped away by Coella. Dunn over to the middle for Hartje. Hartje skates towards his left circle. Tried to feather it out in front. Nobody home. As Dunn over to the right side. Gets towards Buell. Buell around a skater. Fans on a shot. Drops it for Dunn. Right side. Righty shot. Glove saved by Murphy. He holds on as he snatched it about waist high. As Grizzlies are now up to 13 shots. They lead the Rush 13-12 on shots as we're still scoreless with 3 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first period. Grizzlies trivia coming up in the second period, and the hint is that it's going to be about Grizzlies captains. Gianni Fairbrother earlier this week was named captain of the Grizzlies, and he's off to a good start here tonight. Draw's going to be in the right circle. Cameron Buell will take it, and it goes towards Cade Jensen. Grizzlies win the draw, but the puck goes back to center ice. Grizzlies reset. Jansen at the Utah line across to Dunn. Back to Jansen. Grizzlies skating from right to left as I see it. Over to Hartje at center ice. He'll dump it in. As Grizzlies chase after a pretty quick forward line for the Grizzlies here. As Rapid City will bank it off the glass. Dunn runs it down in the Grizzlies zone. Skates around Shields' net towards the far side. Dunn out to Pastorius at center ice. Pastorius right wing steps over the line. He'll get towards Buell, who couldn't reach it as Buell is cutting towards the net. Hartje to Buell, who's behind the net. As Buell feeds it back up top, right side for Yoon. Yoon back towards Buell, left side. Lefty shot is blocked away by the stick of Holden Wall. Wall number 20, one of 6 defensemen for the Rush tonight. Charles Martin, second year with the Rush. He'll skate into the zone, try to dump it in. Didn't get very far. Martin brushed it to the corner as Widmore across to Millimak. He'll feed it to the right circle. And a shot gets redirected and hits the crossbar as Putti had a good look and hit the crossbar. We remained a scoreless game. Martin over in the left corner. He gets pushed by Dashke. Martin strong with the puck. He'll skate towards the left point, throw it back to the spot he vacated. And Upper tried to bounce it out, and it bounced off a Rush player. It stays in that corner. Noah Muck over to Brett Davis. Davis with an A on his sweater gets it up top. As Rush right point, righty shot by Martin goes wide. Pastorius trying to get there, but the Rush brush it towards the end boards. In over to Pastorius. He battles, and he'll filter it to neutralize. Puck exited the zone. Rush tried to carry it back in, and McCarty comes in offside. McCarty got pushed by Pastorius right after the whistle. 2:28 left in the first, and there's still no score. Both goaltenders have been solid early on. He had a good feeling that both goaltenders were going to have a solid effort, solid bounce-back effort, as both Murphy for Rapid City and Adam Schill allowed 7 goals in a game last weekend. Murphy to the Tulsa Oilers and Schill to a pretty good Idaho Steelheads club. Grizzlies will have Dylan Fitz on the ice. He's on the right wing. He's out there with Messner and Manning. Draw neutralized after Rapid City got called for offside. They win the draw. McCarty dumps it in from just outside the Utah line. Shearer runs it down. He'll lift it in the air. It goes out of play. Is it delay of game? Let's see. I think it is. Well, the referee talking it over the linesman as Shearer gave a fan a souvenir. I think the referee wants to get the opinion of the 2 linesmen, and it's delay of game. Grizzlies gave a fan a souvenir from their own zone. Grizzlies claimed that it bounced off the glass or off of something, but the referee, after talking with both linesmen, says that delay of game is the call. So Rapid City is going to get the first power play of the game. We haven't had a power play yet. As we'll see who goes to the box. Sure was in the area. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Still trying to figure out who's going to the box for Utah. The Grizzlies plead their case as they believe that got out of play with assistance to the glass. Let's see. Grizzlies aren't going to have anybody going to the box yet. Sure was in the area. And looks like it's 5-on-4. Nobody's going to the box for Utah, though. Everybody in the penalty box, the guy with the clipboard at the penalty box is waving his clipboard back and forth going, somebody's got to be in here. So looks like Rapid City is going to get a power play here late in the first period. 2:20 is left in the first. A lot of shots by both teams. Rush with 12, Utah with 13. And now finally Reed Lebster comes onto the ice. He gets a standing ovation as he's going to go to the penalty box and represent the Grizzlies, who get 2 minutes for delay of game. Got a good one here so far. Rush on the power play from the left wing as draw one by the Grizzlies. Dashke across to Messner. Messner had 3 shorthanded goals last season. He'll throw it to center ice, picked off by Charles Martin. He'll move it across down the middle. Davis over the line. He'll bounce it off the Messner skate. Gallant will push it to the Rapid City line. Gallant and Messner's out there with Yoon and Dashke as Rapid City skates from left to right as we see it. I'm not sure how the camera sees it. On Flow Sports, left wing pass connects to Wagner. Wagner gets to the Utah line and spins the puck along the boards. Davis lets it go past him and goes back to neutralize. Martin at the Rapid City line dangles. Long range pass to Wagner, taps off of his stick. He dumps it in. Wagner in a race with Yoon. Yoon gets pushed by Wagner. Puck towards the right side. Wagner over in the corner. Gets elbowed to the boards by Dashke. As Janicki battles, 3 Grizzlies, 3 Rush players over there. As Messer threw it to the right points, kept in by Davis. He'll move it across to Martin. Martin dangles at the left point, does a half circle, gets it to Janicki. Janicki dances around the left side, gets to Wagner. Wagner backhands it up top to Martin. Martin high slot, righty shot goes wide. Messer has a tap off of his stick. Wagner, the captain for Rapid City, gets up top to Martin. Halfway through the power play over to Janicki, trying to center it to Wagner. Grizzlies get a stick in the way. Boy, it looked like Manning got away with a trip. No call. Manning across towards Dashke, and Dashke will sell it all the way towards Murphy, who gloves it shoulder high with Shea chasing after him. The whistle blows, and the Grizzlies will get an offensive zone draw with 39 seconds left in Rapid City's power play as the Rush were just about getting a line change in. Boy, it looked like Wagner went down on a trip by Dashke or by Manning, and luckily there was no call. Referee tonight is Dylan Sater, S-A-T-E-R. Linesmen are Duncan Magera and Cade Blumenraider. Blumenrader and Megara, the linesmen tonight. Rapid City pretty slow to make their line change. And with that, looks like they're going to keep Janicki out on the ice. Maurizio Coelho will take the draw for Rapid City against Tyson Upper. Upper second pro game, native of Calgary. Rush won the draw, and they spread the ice. And they'll make their line changes. Janicki and McCarty comes out. Charles Martin will come out as well as the Rush get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Billy Constantino will move it ahead. Rush enter the zone with ease. They skate towards the left side. Bernie centers out in front. And the shot is blocked away by Schill as Wall was cutting towards the net. As Coelho danced around the goal line. Lefty shot saved by Schill. Grizzlies sure will bounce it up to Shea. And Shea will fly it all the way towards the Rapid City zone. Murphy plays it to the side of his net. And Lebster will come out of the box. He was serving a 2-minute penalty for delay of game. And he's out of the box. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Coelho steps over the line, gets pushed by Sure at the point. As Grizzlies, Tyson Upper dangles with the puck now, moves it ahead to Lebster. Lebster will shuffle out to the left wing. He'll step over the line. He'll veer off to the right. 5 seconds left in the period. Lebster fires a sharp angled shot that goes wide. He was looking for Sure cutting towards the net. Rush will direct it out to center ice, and that will do it for 20 minutes of play here at the Monument. We saw everything but a goal in the first period as the Rush outshot the Grizzlies 14-13. Rapid City had 2 shots on their power play, and both goaltenders have been solid so far. Connor Murphy and Adam Schill are both looking for bounce-back efforts after allowing 7 goals each last weekend in a game, and both goaltenders have looked strong. So it looks like goals are going to be at a premium. Grizzlies didn't get a power play in the first period. Rapid City had one late in the frame, had 2 shots, but didn't get a goal. When we come back, we'll recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some NHL and ECHL scores, and we'll also talk some hockey along the way. As after one period here at the Monument, first of 10 season meetings between the clubs, there's no score between the Grizzlies and the Rush. The intermission report will start in 2 minutes on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Welcome back to the Monument. First intermission here in the first of a 2-game set. Grizzlies and Rush are both looking for their first victories of the season. As Rapid City's 0-2, Utah's 0-1, and we got no score. Shots were pretty close to even. At one point, Rapid City had an 8-4 edge in the shot count. Grizzlies responded with quite a few shots in the second half of the first period. Grizzlies had a 13-12 shot edge before Reed Lebster got a delay of game penalty as he gave a fan a souvenir in about row 2. And the Grizzlies contended that the puck hit something, either off the glass or off a stick or something, but the referee, tonight it's Dylan Sater, after talking with the 2 linesmen, the law firm of Megara and Blumenrader, decided that delay of game was the call. I thought it may have been sure he was in the area, but Lebster got the delay of game. 17:40 into the first. Rapid City had 2 shots, but Adam Shields looks strong, and he looks every bit the goaltender that we saw 2 years ago as a member of the Idaho Steelheads, where he was second team All-ECHL. Connor Murphy's a pretty good goaltender on the other side. He's got some experience with Rapid City last year, and Murphy stopped all 13 shots he saw in the first period. Shields been a winner pretty much everywhere he's been. As for Connor Murphy, he had a college career. He had 2 years at Northeastern University and 2 more years at Union College. And last season, played in 18 games with Rapid City and had a 7-10-1 record with a 3.43 goals against average and a save percentage of .899. Believe it or not, he was actually a lot better in the AHL with the Calgary Wranglers. In the AHL, in 15 games last year with Calgary, Murphy had a 4-4-3 record, but he had a .922 save percentage and 2.54 goals against average. So I imagine the goals are going to be tough to come by this weekend, as both goaltenders had a tough regular season opener. Murphy allowed 7 goals on 31 shots in a game against Tulsa. That was the regular season opener where Tulsa won 7-1. I think that was last Saturday, 6 days ago. And then Matt Radomski played the other game with Rapid City. For the Grizzlies, they just had 1 game last weekend, and it was against Idaho, where Schill saved 32 of 39 in a 7-2 loss to the Idaho Steelheads. I'm not sure that Schill played it as poorly as the stats would say. It was one of those where Idaho was just firing on all cylinders. And both goaltenders obviously had a tough week of practice getting ready, knowing they wanted to make up for last weekend's effort. And both goaltenders who have got good experience in the AHL have looked pretty solid here so far. So there's no score for the Grizzlies. Boy, let's see the shot count. Kabori Dunn leads the way with 3 shots, and that's really no surprise. He's been very active on the right point for the Grizzlies. Dunn is a guy that's in his first season as a pro, played at Lindenwood University the last 2 years, first player out of Ghana to get a pro contract. And Dunn's one of those guys, and we see it a lot of times with first-year defensemen, where as the season progresses, they just continue to get better and better. And I imagine that's going to be the case with Dunn, who had 2 goals and 6 assists in 23 games with Lindenwood last year. And he is only 22 years old. He'll be 23 on November 10th. He's 6'2", 185 pounds, has good size, pretty smooth skater. And Kabori Dunn was a standout for the Grizzlies in the first period as he led the way with 3 shots. Luke Manning, Reed Lebster, Neil Shea, and Nick Pastorius had 2 shots, and Pastorius, it was kind of funny. He took a shot from center ice onto Murphy. It bounced off of Murphy. Pastorius skated down the middle halfway up the ice, got the rebound, and got a second chance. A rare rebound allowed by Murphy in the first period. Pastorius is one of those guys. He's a high-effort, high-motor guy, and he's going to become a fan favorite, I got a feeling, as the year progresses. Those 5 guys, Manning, Lebster, Shea, and Pastorius, actually it's 4 guys, had 2 shots each, and then 1 shot each for Dashke and Cole Gallant in the first period, as the Grizzlies had 13 shots on Connor Murphy in the first period. As for Rapid City, Maurizio Coella, who wears number 10 on his white sweater tonight, he had 3 shots. Ryan Wagner officially had 2 shots. He was robbed by his teammate last season, Adam Schill. They were with the Chicago Wolves. If you don't already know, I mentioned that about 15 times during the first period. Wagner and Mason McCarty had 2 shots, and then a few other Rush players had 1 shot through 1 period. So it was a very balanced attack by both units. It was one of those where I think both teams go to the locker room and they have to feel pretty good about their defensive efforts in the first period. Still anybody's game. Will skate 5-on-5 to start the second period as the Grizzlies and Rush. And if it's anything like the first period, I think it's going to be quite the series and quite the well-played series, as both teams are still looking for their first victory of the season. When we come back, we'll go over some ECHL and NHL scores as the Utah Grizzlies intermission report continues on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
First intermission, still no score. Grizzlies and the Rapid City Rush. Let's check in on those who are living the dream as we'll go over some NHL scores. 2 games have gone final, 2 are in progress. Vegas defeated Ottawa 6-4 as Ottawa goes to 4-3 on the season. This past Tuesday, Ottawa got a 4-0 victory over the Utah Hockey Club. Vegas gets the win. Their record goes to 5-2-1 on the season. In overtime, the Islanders defeat the Devils 4-3. And so New York gets the extra standing point. Horvat got a goal, and he was named the #1 star, so I imagine it was the overtime game winner as the Islanders get their 3rd win of the season. After 1 period, no score between Pittsburgh and Edmonton. And halfway through the 2nd period, Chicago leads Nashville 2-0. Nashville off to a tough 1-5 start this season. For Chicago, Connor Bedard has one of the 2 goals. Smith has the other for the Blackhawks as they lead Nashville halfway through 2-0. World Series Game 1. I'm really thrilled that the World Series is on right now at the same time the Grizzlies are playing. Halfway through the 6th inning, Yankees lead the Dodgers 2-1 in a classic matchup of 2 teams that have got a ton of history. First time the Yankees and Dodgers have met in a World Series since 1981. That was Fernando Valenzuela's rookie year. The Dodgers ended up winning that series in 6 games. And sadly, earlier this week, Fernando Valenzuela passed away at the age of 63. And I wasn't alive back in 1981, but I imagine Fernando Mania was alive and well. And you talk about, kind of those media storms. I mean, it didn't have as much of the media as you have now. Certainly didn't have social media or even the internet back in 1981, but Fernando Mania was about as big as it gets. And Fernando Valenzuela, who had that outstanding screwball, and he was an outstanding pitcher, a star of the 1980s, and sadly he passed away at the age of 63. One NBA game of note, late first quarter, the Jazz lead the Warriors 19-11. That game with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Well, if you joined us late, Grizzlies did announce captains earlier this week. Gianni Fairbrother will be the Grizzlies captain. Let's go over Grizzlies trivia and thank everybody for tuning in during the first intermission. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to Grizzlies hockey, not only tonight, but all season as well. It's the 3rd straight year that a Grizzlies defenseman has been named team captain, as Gianni Fairbrother really has stepped forward as a leader for the Grizzlies this season. He spent the previous 3 years on an NHL entry-level deal, 2 years with Montreal, and then he was involved in a trade in the summer of 2023 to the Colorado Avalanche organization. And if he stays healthy, Fairbrother's probably got the best size-speed ratio on the Grizzlies, as he's got pretty good size, a good shot, and he also moves around pretty well. He's been paired up early this season with James Shearer, and that's been a very dependable defensive unit for the Grizzlies. So Fairbrother is wearing the captaincy for the Grizzlies. For road games, Cole Gallant and Mick Messner are acting as assistant captains. And that, sparks a pretty good debate in the world of hockey is, what do you call those people? The ones that have the A's on their sweater. Some call it alternate captains. In fact, that they, some people will tell you that's the official term. If you ask Coach Ryan Kanaswich, he says assistant captains. If you ask some other people, they would say assistant captains as well. And if you're the Utah Hockey Club, you call it associate captains. So, it's one of those debates. We got to settle it at some point. What exactly do you call it? Alternate captains, assistant captains, associate captains, either way. Cole Gallant and Mick Messner, who were each captains in the USHL back in the 2017-2018 season. Gallant was a captain for the Omaha Lancers that year, and Messner was the captain of the Madison Capitals. So they've got a lot of experience as team leaders. And if you're talking about guys from year to year that have really stepped up, and I think the Grizzlies are hoping play a prominent role you would look at Mick Messner and Cole Gallant. Messner has really raised his game. He played well last season, but it looks like he's taken his game to another level. And for Cole Gallant, he's a guy that just has great vision, makes great passes out in front of the net. He had 35 assists last year, and I imagine he's going to have a similar, if not a better total this season. James Shearer is a team leader. He's going to be a home assistant captain with Dylan Fitz. I think that might be the term we go with, because I asked Ryan Kanaswich earlier this week, and that's what he said. Shearer was captain of the Brandon Wheat Kings, a prominent team in the WHL during the 2017-2018 season. So Gallant, Messner, and Shearer reached captains with their junior teams back that same season. Dylan Fitz got experience as he was an assistant captain with the Grizzlies during the 2022-23 season. So that's team leaders for the Grizzlies this year. although there are quite a few other guys that don't have letters. Most of them are on AHL contracts that you could probably put a letter on. Brian Yoon would be a great example of it. He might spend some time with the Colorado Eagles this year. He was in camp over with Colorado, and he was captain of his college program his senior year, Colorado College, back in the 2022-23 season. So Yoon's going to be a strong team leader for the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies, even though it might be more of a quiet locker room, Nick Pastorius is one of those guys who's got a strong personality. But a lot of leaders on this year's Grizzlies club, and I think they're looking for a bounce-back effort after falling 7-2 to the Idaho Steelheads last week. Grizzlies off to a pretty decent start. Adam Schill has looked solid in net, and I know Jake Barcheski, when he makes his Grizzlies debut, whether it's tomorrow or next week, he'll do a solid job as well. So we'll see what happens here in the middle frame. Shots were pretty even in the first period. Still no score. Grizzlies in the rush will skate 5-on-5 when we come back in 2 minutes. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Second period will start in about 2 minutes. Let's go over the Grizzlies trivia question tonight, which we will have throughout the regular season as the Grizzlies celebrate 30 seasons of professional hockey in the state of Utah. Tonight's question is, we mentioned before and mentioned it a few times, Gianni Fairbrother is the captain of the Grizzlies this season. It's the third straight year where a defenseman has been elected team captain. Well, who were the previous two captains of the Grizzlies, both in the 2022-23 season as well as last year, who were the captains of the Grizzlies? I will say that the last forward that was the Grizzlies captain was Trey Bradley, the son of NHL All-Star Brian Bradley. Trey Bradley was captain of the Grizzlies. Ryan Kanasowicz his first year back in the 2021-22 season. We'll give you that answer to the trivia question. We'll give you some time to think about it, and we'll give you the answer sometime during the second period as both teams are on the ice. It's kind of interesting. I keep trying to figure out directions because it looks like the camera is on the side that I'm at, but both me and the camera are on the opposite side of where you'd see the center ice logo, where the logo is kind of facing the other direction, even though it looks like the camera might be pointed, the camera you see on Flow Sports might be pointed in that same direction where the center ice logo is facing the other way. So we're going to go with what we're seeing, and the Grizzlies will be skating from left to right as we see it in the second period. Rapid City will be skating from right to left. I'm not sure if that's how they see it on Flow Sports. It might be that they're looking at it the other way. We've mentioned both head coaches know each other pretty well. That will be part of Grizzlies trivia tomorrow, as Ryan Kanasowicz and Scott Burt each had outstanding playing careers in this league. Burt mostly with the Idaho Steelheads, did spend a year with the Grizzlies, and also had a couple of years with the Alaska Aces. And for Ryan Kanasowicz, he had an outstanding 5-year run with the Grizzlies. The first 5 years of the Grizzlies were in the ECHL, and Ryan Kanasowicz in 5 years collected 356 points as the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points in Grizzlies history. To start the second period, we will have, I believe, the same five that started the game on both sides. Gallant is out there with Neil Shea and Briley Wood. The defensive pairing is Dashke and Yoon. For Rapid City, they're starting out the second period with the same five that started the game. Connor Millimak on the left wing, Brett Davis, the starting center, and Mason McCarty on the right wing. Defensively is Holden Wall and Zach Hoffman. Hoffman gets as the Rush win the faceoff as Brett Davis skates along the center ice logo down the middle. He'll pitch it to his left for McCarty, who couldn't reach it. Yoon towards center ice. Grizzlies get it. Briley Wood flies along to the middle. Now he skates into the zone, left wing, righty shot, sticked away by Murphy as Briley Wood had a pretty good look there 20 seconds into the second period. Wall throws to McCarty down the middle. He pitches to Millimak, who can't locate it. McCarty back at center ice gets double-teamed, and Yoon jabs it away. He'll push it to his right for Gallant. Grizzlies enter. Gallant back towards Wood. One-timer is blocked by McCarty, but Wood's had two good looks here in the first 40 seconds of this second period. Shea skates towards the left point. Now skates towards his right, fakes it to Yoon. Shane backhands it towards the net, and it's sticked away by Hoffman. Hoffman will ice the puck as he was looking for Millimak near the Rapid City bench. Pass is incomplete. And icing is on the Rush as both teams have taken 14 shots apiece. Still no score, but what a great shift by Briley Wood. Wood looks like he's going to come into his own here over the next month as he's in his first year as a pro. He's very young. He's only 21 years old, but he's got an outstanding shot, and he displayed it in the WHL where he scored 28 goals in 60 games with Wenatchee. And he had 13 points in 6 playoff games with the Wild last year in the WHL. Luke Manning will take the draw against Brett Davis. Same five for Rapid City. Long shift for them. Utah wins the draw. Fairbrother on the right point. Backhands it behind his back, behind Rapid City's net as Messner gets there about the same time as Hoffman. Puck glides along the far wing boards as we see it. Sure gets up top to Manning, who dangles to the puck left side. Now he skates down the middle, takes a lefty shot that goes wide. By Manning all alone, he went glove side but missed the net. Now Manning to the right point. Will backhand it towards Lebster. Lebster wearing number 17, trying to get it up top. It bounced off of Hoffman, sticking on to Holden Wall. Wall right wings it to McCarty, who crosses center ice, and he'll dump it in slowly as the Rush make their first line change of the second period. Grizzlies, McMessner, hot pass, connects towards Manning. Manning filters to his left for Messner. Messner gets tripped up. No call by the referee. They're letting him play tonight as the Rush big-time hit delivered over in the corners. Fairbrother collided with number 28, Brady Putti, who's a big 6'3", 209-pound defenseman. Rush enter. Wagner from the left point throws it. Janicki chases after along the end board. Sure will feed it back to the near corner. Now the Rush try to center it. It goes past 3 bodies. Martin in the right point keeps it in. Fires towards the net. It's blocked by Janicki, his teammate, as Fairbrother clears it back to center. Martin across to Putti. He wears number 28. Right wing pass is picked off by Armstrong onto Fairbrother's stick. Fairbrother back to Armstrong. Banks off the boards. Armstrong couldn't get it. Martin skates down the middle, drops for Wagner down the middle, take a lefty shot that's blocked by Shear's stick as Martin over in the left point. Skates towards his right, fires towards the net, and it's blocked by Tyson Upper's stick. Now Armstrong carries it across center ice, 2-on-3. He'll shovel it in. Puck gets some air under it. Murphy cuts it off. Rush long range pass to the left. Hits off the skate of Good. Denny Gore. And he wears number 7 as the Rush. Ryan Wagner at the center ice logo skates back towards his line. Rush back in their own zone as they spread the ice. They're skating from right to left. As Martin, shadowed by Armstrong, pushes ahead. Simon Boyko trying to get it to Wagner and taps off a stick. Grizzlies come back the other way. Fits over the line. Left side dangles. Now he centers to Armstrong, who throws behind his back for Dunn. He'll take a righty shot. Glove saved by Murphy. Boy, Kabori Dunn, who had 3 shots in the first period, had a wide open look in the right side. Murphy robbed him with his glove about shoulder high and keeps it a scoreless game with 17:08 left in the second. Boy, Kabori Dunn might be Utah's best defenseman here tonight. He's had some great looks offensively from the right wing. That time he was robbed by Connor Murphy. Is done. Maybe the best look a Grizzlies players had all night was done all alone on the right side. Cameron Buell in his Grizzlies and pro debut will take the face-off. He's out there with Hartje and Pastorius, fourth forward line for the Grizzlies. Rapid City wins the draw as Araujo will bank it off the glass. Grizzlies back in their own end as they skate from left to right as we see it. Jensen will pitch it ahead towards Hartje. Hartje will drive it around the boards. Murphy lets it go towards the far corner as Pastorius collides with a Rush player. Rush come back the other way. Boyko across looking for Coelho, who couldn't reach it. As Coelho spins around Hartje at center ice, Grizzlies back up with it. Dunn across to Jensen, who gallops after it. Jensen gets the loose puck and backhands it across to Dunn. Dunn with his head open. He gets hit by a Rush skater as he pitched a blue line pass ahead. Buell skates around a defender and Araujo. Puck lifts onto Murphy, and he will hold on as Buell is trying to get around Constantino. The puck lifted off a stick, and Murphy was able to snatch it about letter high and hold on and make the save with 16:28 left in the second. Well, good defensive work by both units here so far after both teams had a tough defensive outing. Rapid City in 2 games and Utah in 1 last week. Gallant will take the draw against Jack Jeffers of Rapid City. Jeffers out of Oakville, Ontario. As the Rush win the draw, and they'll throw it all the way towards Adam Shield. Yoon runs it down, and icing is on the Rush. 16:21 left in the second period. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night. 7:05 will be the face-off. 6:50 will be the start of coverage here for the second and final game of the set. Grizzlies return to Maverick Center for the regular season home opener. That's going to be 7 days from now on Friday, November 1st. Face-off will be at 7:10. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com. That's going to be a Friday and Saturday series, November 1st and 2nd. The draw is going to come out to center ice. Rapid City was called for icing, but the officials say it got redirected on the way. So center ice draw is won by Rapid City. Zach Hoffman moves it across towards Wall. Pass ahead. Deflects off the stick. Grizzlies banking off the glass as Wood battles with Tyler Burney, the big 6'5" forward, as Rapid City comes up with it. Wall, right side, neutralize. He'll throw it around the wall. It hits off the corner. Shield plays behind his net. He'll pitch it to the far side. Grizzlies start the attack. Rink-wide pass connects. Right side, Grizzlies skated over the line. Yoon around Rapid City's net towards the far side. Tried to feed it out in front, and Rush took it away as Utah spins along the boards. Right side, Gallant lets it go past him. It goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. The Rush will get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. 15:40 and counting left in the second. Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 16-14. Utah's taken each of the first 3 shots in this period. As Gallant loses balance at center ice, falls down. Rush will pitchfork it from one blue line to the other as the puck gets some air under it. Dashke ahead to Manning. As Manning pivots, he tries to get around Milamuk. And now Dashke takes the puck. We get a whistle, and it's going to be a hook. I think it's going to be on Rapid City, and the Grizzlies will get their first power play of the game. And it is on the Rush as big Connor Milamuk goes to the penalty box. 6'1", 205 pounds. Kind of described as a power forward, guy that will play a physical brand of hockey. He gets 2 minutes for hooking, and the Grizzlies, who are 1 for 3 on the power play last Friday, go to work here for the first time tonight. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's got Mick Messner to his right. Craig Armstrong to his left. Up top is Lebster and Dashke. For Rapid City, Trevor Janicki, first-year pro out of the University of Notre Dame, will take the draw. Utah wins the face-off. Lebster in the high slot, dangles the puck. Now he gets to Manning. Manning far side across to Dashke. He gets up top to Lebster, but the pass goes past him all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Shield near goal line stops it. Now he skates behind his net. No pitch it to the far side. Grizzlies attack Craig Armstrong. Great speed. First-year pro crosses center ice. He'll push it across. Lebster crosses center ice right wing, and he'll drive it around the boards, but the puck stays over in the right corner. As Rapid City gets in defensive position, the fans chant defense on the penalty kill like it's 3rd and 6 at a football game. Dashke to Armstrong near boards. He gets pushed along the wall by Hoffman as Manning over in the near corner shuffles around the net. Manning drives, looking for a shot on the front door. It's cut off by Rapid City. Grizzlies still in the attack zone. Dashke in the high slot, lefty shot, and a stick breaks in 2. As Rapid City gets to neutralize, Janicki dumps it in. As the Rush will get 5 fresh skaters on the ice, and the Grizzlies will change up as well. As Brian Yoon replaces Dashke, a stick is laying in the Rush zone. As Grizzlies get to neutralize, drop it back for Wood. It gets across to Shea. Shea at center ice will push it to his left for Gallant. Gallant over to Yoon in the high slide. He feeds it towards Shea. Sorry, pass shot. Saved by Murphy. Fitz says it went across the goal line. No goal. Boy, what a centering pass from Shea to Fitz. Fitz took a shot. Murphy made the save around the goal line. Both Shea and Fitz believed that the puck crossed the goal line before Murphy snatched it. Kanasowicz wants a video replay. Still scoreless, but the Grizzlies with an outstanding pass to Fitz. And it looks like they're going to look it over on the tablet as the Grizzlies believe the puck crossed the goal line before Murphy made a glove save. So they're going to go to video replay. I'm not sure they're going to show us this shot. 14:03 is left in the second. Still no score. Grizzlies have 45 seconds left in their power play. Boy, great centering pass from Shea as Fitz was out in front of the net. Fitz normally will be on the power play out in front of the net like he was last year. where he had 21 goals, and he had, I believe, 5 or 6 power play goals. They're not going to show a replay on the video board, but it looked like it was pretty close. Grizzlies believe the puck crossed the goal line. It was close. I'm not really sure that they're going to get conclusive evidence that it did cross the goal line. So they're looking it over. Right now it's a scoreless game. They're looking on the tablet, the penalty box area. Grizzlies believe they've scored a power play goal. Utah's really been the aggressor here in the second period. Adam Schill has not seen a shot here in the first 6 minutes of this second period. Good crowd here. My guess is maybe about 4,000 here at the Monument. Regular season home opener. Grizzlies are 7 days away from their home opener at Maverick Center. I have a lot of fun stuff happening in and around the Maverick Center all season as they celebrate 30 seasons of professional hockey in the state of Utah. But they're not showing us a replay in the arena. I imagine on Flow Sports they might get a view of it, as it's still a scoreless game. Kind of an interesting call there as Fitz took the shot. Murphy made a glove save, but the Grizzlies believe they made the save inside his own net, past the goal line. It's going to be a tough one, though, for the officials. They're taking a good long look at it. It's going to be a tough ask unless they've got a call that's definitive that says it crossed the goal line. I'm not sure they're going to find anything. Linesman comes out of the box. Referee does as well, and he signals no goal. It stays a scoreless game. They took a long look at it, and they say no goal. As they say the puck didn't cross the goal line before Murphy made the glove save. Grizzlies will have the 5-man unit of Gallant taking the face-off. He's out there with Wood and Fitz, and up top is Shea and Brian Yoon. Mauricio Coelho will take the draw for Rapid City. Still scoreless, 14:03 left in the second. Grizzlies have taken each of the first 4 shots in this second period. Gallant stares down Coelho at the face-off circle, right dot, and the draw won by Utah gets pushed around. Wood got held up by Bowman as Grizzlies get towards the far side. Fans chanting defense like we're playing a basketball game. Fitz over towards Gallant, the right point. Gallant will skeet towards the near goal line. He'll push to Wood, who directs it up top to Yoon. He feeds it across to Shea. Shea drops it for Gallant, who skates towards his right. He's now down the middle. He'll push to his left for Shea. Shea will take a lefty shot that goes wide. It bounced off the glass, stays in play. Wood hustles it down along the near side over to Yoon, who fires it over to Fitz. Fitz to Shea. He's at the far goal line, who pitches to Gallant. Back towards Shea. Shea was with Newfoundland last year. Up top to Yoon. They'll dance around and get to Wood on the right side. Drops it back for Yoon. Righty shot saved by Murphy. Rebound. Shea feeds it out in front to Fitz, who has a bounce off his skate. Right side. Wood with a shot that goes wide. Shea tried to bounce off Murphy. Shoots. He scores! Neil Shea from behind the goal line. Bounced it off of Murphy. And the Grizzlies get a 5-on-5 goal to take a 1-0 lead. Boy, Murphy wasn't really looking at the puck, and Shea bounced it off of Murphy's back from what I saw and found the back of the net. So Shea's got a goal in back-to-back games, and the Grizzlies score first with 13-12 left in the second. Boy, Shea in an almost impossible angle just got it off of Murphy. It is a 5-on-5 goal, but the Grizzlies did get some momentum offensively after the power play. As Rapid City wins the draw, Brett Davis, right side, crosses center ice after doing a half circle, dumps it in. Schill over to Fairbrother as the Grizzlies start the attack from left to right. Cameron Buell crosses center ice, right wing. He steps over the line, skates towards his left. Buell now on the left side, takes a lefty shot. Glove saved by Murphy. It bounced off his glove, stays in play. Buell to the left side. Will skate towards the slot. Rapid City teammate bodies in the way as Buell loses the puck. Millimuck up ahead to center ice as McCarty gets spun around at the center ice logo by Shear. Now Davis skates past the defense, lefty shot, saved by Shield. Boy, Davis had a pretty good look down the middle as he got behind the Utah defense. Archie, left side. Rink-wide pass off of upper stick. Rapid City gets at their line as Gore moves it ahead. Now Ryan Wagner crosses center ice, right wing. He'll tattoo it off the boards. Wagner with a good push on Hartje. Puck towards the far corner as Wood delivers a push on Shearer. First home game for Ryan Wagner, and he's going to become a fan favorite, I believe. The Rapid City captain. Now Wood with Wagner with another hit, this time on Lebster. Now down the middle, lefty shot, saved by Schill. That shot was taken by Wagner, did just about everything that shift. And Schill was able to make a save about near the Grizzlies logo on his chest, and he holds on. 12:02 left in the second period. Neil Shea scored on an impossible angle off of Connor Murphy, and he gave Utah a 1-0 lead. 12:02 left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Rush nothing. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value. So get more and get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Rush nothing as Neil Shea bouncing off of Connor Murphy's back and into the back of the net as he scored about 7 minutes into the second period. Well, the answer to the trivia question, Ron Wells on the comment section here on YouTube feed, which is our audio channel, looks like he got the right answer. Josh Wesley was the Grizzlies captain last year, and 2 years ago, it was Connor McDonald in the 2022-23 season. That's the answer to Grizzlies trivia. Third straight season that a Grizzlies defenseman has been elected team captain. Johnny Fairbrother this year, last year Josh Wesley, and 2 years ago it was Connor McDonald. Draws in the Grizzlies zone as Rapid City had a pretty good look by Ryan Wagner before the whistle. Wagner off the draw, shot is blocked by Jensen. Grizzlies get it back to center ice. Now Rapid City backs it out into their own end. Rush skate from right to left as I see it here from one of these sections up here. Shea trying to throw it towards the high slots, picked off by Trevor Janicki. Janicki an AHL deal with the Calgary Wranglers as Wagner delivers a good shove. Wagner's been very physical here in this second period. Puck towards the near side. Kabori Dunn gets pushed by number 28, Brady Putti. Grizzlies come out with the puck as Wood, 2-on-2, cross the center ice. Left wing steps over the line. Wood drops it for Shea. Shea's got a goal in back-to-back games. He'll take a lefty shot. Glove saved by Murphy about knee high. As Shea with a pretty good wrist shot, but Murphy snatched it and hold on without allowing a rebound as the whistle blows with 11:23 left in the second. It's Grizzlies 1 and the Rush nothing. Both teams will change things up. First of 10 meetings this season between the teams. Manning will take the draw against Maurizio Coella. Coella in his second year with Rapid City. Manning stares him down. Draw goes towards Murphy, drops it, and the Rush will spin it towards the near side. Bowman collides with Yoon. Right side, lefty shot by Messner goes wide. Now Manning behind the net gets a stick held up. Lebster takes over the play, gets up top for Yoon, who gets a shoulder fake and fires it off the end boards. Manning lets it go as Dashke will get it back towards Manning as Dashke got hit. A wraparound shot by Manning, saved by Murphy as Manning got hit up high. Yoon on the right side, skate starts his left shot. Walker saved by Murphy. Rebound goes towards the slot. Messner gets tripped up. Referee's letting him play tonight. Lebster over to the left side, gets around Hoffman as Messner gets pushed by Coella. Manning will get the puck. He's behind the net. He gets around Wall. Backhand shot in front of the net. Is sticked away by Murphy. Now Manning will throw it towards the near side for Lebster, who feeds up top right point. Yoon gets it. He'll direct it across the Dashke. Left side, lefty shot is blocked out in front. Hit off of Messner, who was battling with Hoffman. Now out in front. Grizzlies will throw it back to the far corner. Hoffman runs it down, and he'll clear the zone. Dashke over at the Utah line gets it. Rush will make a line change. Dashke backhands it across to Yoon, a strong defensive pairing. Yoon crosses center ice right wing, steps over the line, gets around a Rush skater. Now Yoon drops to the left side for Fitz. Fitz feeds it out in front and looking for Cameron Buell, but it was cut off on a good defensive play by Jack Jeffers. Rush out to center ice. Grizzlies get it back. Right wing. Fitz fakes it to Buell, and he'll sky it in. Murphy gloves it over his head and holds on. The whistle blows with 9:58 left in the second period. Neil Shea and the Grizzlies lead 1-0. Utah's outshot Rapid City 23-17, and the Grizzlies have been on the attack for the first half of the second period as they have outshot the Rush 10-3 in the period. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfit.
9 minutes, 58 seconds left in the second period. Grizzlies lead 1-0 as Nil Shea got a second of the year. Bradley Wood right now is listed as getting an assist. Wood wearing number 14 gets his first pro point as drawn the rush zone. Grizzlies win it. Craig Armstrong gets around Constantino. He skates around the net to the far side. Now he pivots, skates back the other way. Armstrong dangles the puck, gets up top to Fitz. Fitz across to Shearer. Shearer to Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain. He's in the left point. Across to Fitz off the boards. Fitz trying to get the skipping puck, gets up top. Armstrong gets tripped up, no call, as referee's really letting him play. As Bernie tried to clear it out, kept in by Fairbrother. Right side shot, saved by Murphy. Rebound goes to Rapid City. Constantino gets held up by Cameron Buell. As Fitz throws it towards Armstrong, he couldn't reach it. Rush come back the other way. Tyler Bernie lugs into the Grizzlies zone left side, gets around Fairbrother. Bernie over in the corner gets pushed by Fairbrother. Taking the puck is Janicki. Either Janicki or Widmar as he gets held up by Shearer. Puck squirts behind the Grizzlies net as Rapid City will skate towards the far side. They're down in the right. As Brett Davis will skate towards the slot. Lefty shot, he fans on it. Davis gets around to check. Davis throws it towards the middle, and it's taken by Millimont. Millimont dances around the right side, gets on one knee, throws it back up top. Now Constantino on the left side. Skates towards his right. He'll get back to the right side. As a rush over to the point, cross to Constantino wearing number 68. He dangles the puck. Now he skates towards his right. Constantino now on the right wing as he's being shadowed by Armstrong. Across to Pucci. Pucci number 28. Gets ahead to McCarty at the near goal line. McCarty centers it to Millimont. Shot is blocked by Buell's stick. As Grizzlies, Dylan Fitz skies it towards the ceiling. Puck will hit the opposite center ice. As Grizzlies will get Shearer off the ice. Cameron Buell with a good shift. He comes off. As Rapid City over to Millimont. Pass goes tape to tape. We'll drop it to McCarty. He's on the right side. Skates towards the circle. Righty shot is blocked. McCarty gets it back. McCarty. Pucci wanted it. McCarty keeps the puck. He's now on the left point. He'll drop it for Charles Martin. Second year with a rush. He'll get to the near side. Now back towards Martin. He feeds up top to Pucci. He's in the left point. Back to Martin. As Martin now on the left point. Skates towards his right. He's in the high slot. Righty shot. Kick saved by Shield. As he got his right pad in the way. Puck still alive as Davis gets pushed towards the boards. McCarty chases after on the end boards. He gets pushed by Dunn as the glass goes swaying back and forth. Rush get up top to Martin as the fans take up a let's go Rush chant. He feeds it to the far goal line. Rapid City. I think that's Davis. Gets it back up top to Martin. He's in the high slot. He'll take a shot that's blocked in traffic. Blocked by Armstrong, who wiggles his leg back and forth as that one got him. Armstrong out to neutralize. He gets it tapped away by Martin. Martin avoids a check of Wood. Gets it across. Pucci right side. Lefty shot. It's blocked by Fairbrother. Pucci over in the corner gets it. Far side. Pucci dances around. He surveys. Now he skates towards his left to the middle. Drops it for Martin. Martin's on the right side. Dangles, takes a righty shot that goes wide. He was looking for Davis out in front. Kind of a half pass, half shot. Grizzlies will loft it out to center as the puck hit the opposite of the Rapid City zone. No icing. Grizzlies will make a line change. Long shift by Craig Armstrong and company. Out to center ice. Shea has a tap off his stick onto Wood, who backhands it to the Rapid City line. Picked off by Denny Gord. Gore will dump it in. Wagner gets cut off by Dunn. Yoon around the area. Rapid City behind the net. Trying to get to Wagner out in front. It taps off the stick towards the near corner. Big time hit delivered by the Grizzlies. They hold on, but Rapid City strong with the puck. Janicki moves it across off the boards looking for Hoffman. Shea clears it back to center. Janicki gets around upper as Janicki enters from the right side onside. Tried to center it to Wagner. Dunn got a stick in the way. Wagner with great hands was able to corral it. He gets pushed along the corner by Yoon. Rush, get it out to Hoffman. Redirecting a score. As Hoffman fired towards the net, got redirected by a stick and went over the shoulder of Adam Scheel. And so the Rush have tied it up, and it looks like Zach Hoffman's going to get credited with the goal as he skates to the bench first. The fans chant, hey, go Rush. As Hoffman was over in the slot, fired towards the net, and it bounced off the stick and had the perfect redirection angle as somehow it got over the right shoulder of Adam Scheel. So Neil Shea scored a few minutes ago, about 7 minutes in, and Rapid City with 6:26 left in the second respond. If it is Zach Hoffman, he had 3 goals with Rapid City last year. It's his second year with the Rush and 3rd season in this league. Hoffman's the guy that played with the Outliers back in the 2017-2018 season. So Grizzlies win the face-off. Dashke dumps it in as Zach Hoffman is the one that gets credited with the goal to tie it up at 1. 6:15 and counting left in the second. Puck is at neutral ice. Messner gets it back to Dashke. Looks like Denny Gore got an assist on the goal as well as Ryan Wagner. Wagner and Gore with the assist on the Hoffman goal as Hoffman swings on the far side. Grizzlies in the attack zone. Reed Lebster in his Grizzlies debut. Michigan State product. Also with UMass Amherst. Over to Yoon. Yoon on the right side. Centers it out in front. It bounced off the skate of Wall as Dashke gets towards Manning. Manning behind the net. Skates towards the near side as he stops to the puck. Reverses as he tries to get around Wall. Manning centers out to Dashke. Taps off of his stick back to Manning. He's on the right side. Gets to Dashke behind the net. Dashke trying to feed it out in front to Lebster. Puck lifted off the stick. Rapid City comes back the other way. 2-on-2. They cross center. Now stepping over the line. Simon Boyko skates towards the slot. Righty shot goes wide as he went stick side on Shield but missed the net. Boyko wearing number 4 gets up top as he faked it. Now fires towards the net and it's blocked away by Shield as he faked it towards Arujo, who was at the left point. As Rapid City tried to get it to Boyko out in front, it goes wide. Now Arujo fires towards the net. Shield makes a save. As Bowman was looking to redirect it, he didn't get a piece of it, and Shield made a glove save about ankle high. Zach Hoffman tied it up for Rapid City. 5:12 left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Rush 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
5 minutes and 12 seconds are left in the second period. Neil Shea gave the Grizzlies a 1-0 lead. He scored 6:48 into the second. It wasn't a power play goal. It was just a couple seconds after the power play ended. And then Zach Hoffman had to bounce off of maybe a Grizzly stick. He scored 13:34 in with Denny Gore and Ryan Wagner getting the assists. On the Shea goal, they gave Briley Wood an assist. They might add some later. As drawn the Grizzlies zone after Schill made a nice save on a shot that was taken from the left wing as Rush win the faceoff as Bernie gets pinned to the boards by Shearer. Bernie's a big guy at 6'5", wearing number 23. Rush get it up top. Putti left point, fires towards the net. It goes wide, stick side on Schill. Off the boards, Joel Widmar. He's on the right side. Fakes it towards Putti, and he'll whip it around the boards. Near corner, Cole Gallant gallops after it, trying to get to Wood. It bounced off a Rush skater. Bernie in the area, boxes out Fairbrother. As the puck ends up back with Utah as Wood directs it to center ice, bounced off a Rush stick. Shea chased after it, but Constantino gets there first. Constantino, number 68, good skater. Across the center ice, right wing. He gets around Wood, steps over the line. Right side, righty shot goes wide. Dunn might have gotten a stick in the way. As Widmar over towards Constantino, who moves it across. Rushed angle, right wing, lefty shot is blocked away. Schill might have gotten a piece of it with his glove. Puck still alive is done. Little pitchfork it ahead to Wood. Now taking it's Neil Shea, right side, lefty shot. Saved by Murphy as he absorbed it around his stomach and held on with 4:08 left in the second. Shea was looking for his second of the night. If we're talking about a quick forward line for the Grizzlies, it's got to be the line that features Neil Shea, Cole Gallant, and Briley Wood. All three of those guys have good speed. And Wood's got the most size at 6'3" and about 200 pounds. Cameron Buell in his pro debut. He's played a good two-way game tonight. As a draw, he wins it on Davis. Fits in the right side. Sharp angle shot. Saved by Murphy. Rebound. Rapid City throws it towards the near boards. Dunn keeps it on the right point. Across to Jensen. Grizzlies skate from left to right. Fitz with a left wing shot that's blocked away. Goes wide. Murphy might have gotten a stick in the way. Pastorius gets held up along the boards. Fitz gets up top. It goes past Jensen all the way into the Grizzlies zone. McCarty splits a chasing double team as Dunn gets pushed in the back by McCarty as Dunn got to the puck first deep in the Grizzlies zone. Buell chasing after it as McCarty around Utah's net to the near side. Try to feed it out in front of bounced off of Jensen. Stick onto Shield. Covers up in the crease. And he holds on with 3:35 left in the second. So draws game in the Grizzlies zone. A lot of fun action here tonight. Make sure to join us at Maverick Center all regular season long. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com or call 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Grizzlies will be home for 4 straight games beginning next Friday with a 2-game set against the Allen Americans. Home opening weekend is presented by Smith's. And join us all season long for Grizzlies hockey. Denny Gore will take the draw. He wins it for Rapid City. Puck goes to the left point. Charles Martin backhands it to the corner. Ryan Wagner battles with Yoon. And both guys played their college hockey. Wagner at the University of Wisconsin. Yoon at Colorado College. Messner falls down as he was at the Rapid City line. He tried to hold his water and stay at neutral ice to let Lebster come in with the puck, but Messner fell down. And offside are the Grizzlies with 3:21 left in the second. There are 3 different rush players who are NHL draft picks. Trevor Janicki, it's a 5th-round pick by the Anaheim Ducks back in 2019. Brett Davis played a pretty good game for Rapid City. He's number 82. He was a 6th-round pick by Dallas in 2016. And Garrett Klotz, who was a scratch tonight, was a 3rd-round pick back in 2007. Grizzlies win the neutral zone draw and dump it in. As over to the far side, Messner gets cut off. Puck goes to the left point. Dashke will fire it in deep as Manning chases after it. And Wall brushes it from one corner to the other. Zach Hoffman, the Rapid City goal scorer, gets towards Denny Gould. And now 2-on-1. Ryan Wagner to the right side, dangles in the right circle, takes a lefty shot. Saved by Shield. And he holds on as Wagner gets pushed after the whistle. Oh, he's really going out after it with a Grizzly, and that's Luke Manning. Manning wants a piece of Wagner. The 2 linesmen, Blumenrader and Nagara, will break it up. Boy, Wagner is just kind of hanging out the Utah line. Once he got the puck, it was a 2-on-1. Janicki was skating towards the middle, but Wagner just kind of lost his patience as Janicki was just, taking a little bit too much time. Wagner called his own number. Schill made a save. And one of the things Adam Schill's done a good job of tonight is controlling the rebounds. He has not allowed many second chances for Rapid City tonight. 2:53 is left in the second period. We're tied at 1. Draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone in the right circle. Cole Gallant will take the draw against Denny Gore. That forward line of Gore, Wagner, and Janicki has really been pretty good. Off the draw, Schill makes a save. He holds on with 2:50 left in the second. That forward line, that is their top forward line, Wagner, Denny Gore, and Trevor Janicki, have been the ones that have gotten the rush back in this game. Grizzlies win the draw. Utah's outshot Rapid City 14-8 in this period. It's Rapid City in the attack zone as Wagner throws it towards the far corner. Janicki loses it. Grizzlies come back the other way. Shea will carry it out to the Utah line and push it across to Wood. Wood enters, drops it for Gallant. Gallant on the right side. He's being shadowed by Gore. Feeds it to the near corner to Fairbrother and now to Shea. He skates to the left side. Now he skates towards the point, fires towards the net, and it's blocked away by Janicki. And Shea was kind of looking for Wood, who was cutting towards the net. Up ahead, Ryan Wagner gets around Sherrill. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. Wagner looking for a second look, but the puck ran off the boards onto Shield, who holds on. But boy, Ryan Wagner, one scoring chance after another. For the second time here in the period, gets around the Utah defense and had a pretty good look. And Wagner just can't find a way to get a goal against his former AHL teammate in Adam Scheel. Wagner is one of those guys, you could tell he had a lot of leadership and a lot of character as a member of the Grizzlies back in the 2019-2020 season, where in 23 games he had 9 goals and 11 assists. Just one of those guys that's as super solid as it comes. And Scott Burt made an outstanding decision, making him captain of the Rush this season after spending 7 years in the AHL. Grizzlies won the draw. Jensen will saucer it ahead. Puck is taken by Brady Putti of Rapid City. He'll tap it off the glass near side. It goes past everybody on to Dunn. They'll move it across to Jensen, who pushes to Fitz on the right side. Fitz over the line. Dangles as he stops, gets it towards Cameron Buell. Buell from one corner to the other to Craig Armstrong. Armstrong, first-year pro, gets pushed by Constantino in the back. Armstrong skates towards the point, far side. Now to Jensen, who rolls along the boards. Fitz battles with Putti, who cuts him off. Puck goes to the near corner as Buell gets pushed in the back towards the boards by Parker Bowman, who's a big forward, wearing number 43. 2-on-2 scrum. Messner tries to hack it away, but the puck goes on to Coella, the other number 10. Coella out to center ice, gets back checked by Messner, but Coella gains center ice and dumps it in. Rush make a full line change. 1.5 minutes left in the second, tied at 1. And as Grizzlies done, we'll push it across high slot, kept in by Martin. He'll take a righty shot that gets redirected, and we'll stop over in the near circle. Dunn taps off the glass to neutralize. Martin runs it down, gets it at the Rapid City line. Pass picked off by Fitz. He'll throw it to the left side to Buell. Couldn't reach it. Buell comes off the ice for a change. Martin slices towards the Utah line. Goes off the Millimock stick. Yoon chases after it. Gets it from Schill. Yoon rolls along the boards. Martin cuts it off in the right point. Skates towards the corner. Gets pushed by Messner. Messner's played a strong two-way game. Millimock tried to center to bounce off a Grizzly. Kabori done far goal line. We'll brush it ahead to Manning. Manning carries out to center ice. Pushes to his right for Yoon. Yoon off the near boards. Looking for Fitz. Yoon calls his own number. Shot saved by Murphy. Now you can wrap around, shot, kick, save. Fitz with a shot save. Everybody hacking away. Murphy keeps it out. Dashke high slot, lefty shot. Save. Davis or Millimock is laying on the puck in front of the crease. Boy, the Grizzlies got all sorts of traffic out in front of the net. Yoon had a good look and then Fitz out in front of the net. And then Dashke about halfway from the blue line to the goal line over in the slot had a look. Boy, Grizzlies did everything but score a goal there. Great shift by the defensive pairing of Yoon and Dashke, as well as Fitz, who is lined up with Messner and Manning. 28 seconds left in the second period. Goal's going to be tough to come by. So I think both teams have countered by trying to get as much traffic in front of the net as they can. Boy, a lot of fun action here tonight. Both teams, if they play anything like this on both sides of the ice, offensively and defensively, they're going to have some success this year. Draws give me the left side. Grizzlies get reinforcements. 5 new skaters. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Shea and Wood to his right. Up top is Yoon and Dashke. That strong forward line we've been talking about. Brett Davis joins Wagner and Janicki. They might be Rapid City's 3 best forwards, at least most skilled. Rush win the draw. Zach Hoffman, the Rush goal scorer, will loft it deep into the Grizzlies zone. It skips near Schill. Icing is on the Rush as Derek Dashke was back defensively to run it down. Boy, to go along with a 6'2 frame, Derek Dashke moves around pretty well. And even though Janicki at 5'10", 197 pounds, closed the gap quickly, icing was on Rapid City. 21.3 seconds are left in the second period. The commissioner, Ryan Creeland, is here. He was supposed to sit behind me. Hasn't been there the whole game. Not sure where he's at. Off the draw, Gallant gets hit. He's holding his face, and a penalty is going to be on the Rush. Boy, Gallant was taking the face off. He hit the ice, started holding his face. Ryan Wagner can't believe it. I think Wagner's the one that's going to get the penalty, as he's having a conversation with the referee, and it's the Rapid City captain that gets 2 minutes. 2 minutes. The signal is either delay of game or a high stick. He kind of gave a delay of game signal. If he was going to go with a high stick, he would have held his arms up a little bit. Either way, the Grizzlies get a power play with 17.2 seconds left in the second period. Gallant will take the draw against Brett Davis. As we're deadlocked at 1. Watch out for Fitz in front of the net. He's on the ice out there with Briley Wood, who's got a pretty good shot. Up top is Nil Shea and Brian Yoon. Draw one by the Rush, and it sliced off the near board. Shea was able to keep it in. Shea to Fitz, who gets a big-time check by Putti. Fitz and Putti exchange words. Rush clear it out. 5 seconds left as Shield holds on the puck. Now gets to Shea. 3 seconds left. Shea gets neutralized. Right wing pass towards Wood. Wood at the buzzer takes a righty shot that goes wide. As Hoffman and Wood push each other. Wood took the shot around the buzzer, and Hoffman thinks the shot was taken after the buzzer, which he thinks is an excuse to push Briley Wood. Either way, both teams cease and desist after a little bit of an exchange. As Fitz now has some words with Hoffman, the third-year pro. As Fitz looking at the bearded Hoffman, who scored Rapid City's goal. Both guys and both teams will skate off the ice as we have played 40 minutes. Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first minute and 43 seconds of the third period. Well, Neil Shea scored about 6.5 minutes into the second period, and then Zach Hoffman got the tying goal on kind of a fluky bounce off a stick as Hoffman took the shot from the slot. We'll come back and recap the first 40 minutes. We'll also go over some NHL and ECHL scores and talk some hockey along the way. We've got a good one here at the Monument. Both teams have played well defensively, and both goaltenders have been standouts. After 2 periods, it's Utah 1 and Rapid City 1. We're back in 2 minutes with the intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Second intermission here at the Monument, and the Grizzlies and Rush are tied at 1. We got a barn burner here in Rapid City. Grizzlies had 13 shots in the first period and 16 in the second. Rapid City 14 shots in the first and 9 in the second. So the Grizzlies outshot the Rush 16-9 in the second period. And through 2 periods, the Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 29-23. No score in the first period as Rapid City outshot the Grizzlies 14-13. Grizzlies had a power play as Connor Millimach got a hooky minor, 4:41 into the second, and 7 seconds after that power play expired, the Grizzlies got on the board as Neil Shea was behind the goal line, and he saw that Murphy just kind of at his back, not really looking at the puck. Shea bounced it off of Murphy's back and into the back of the net to give Utah a 1-0 lead. Shea now has a goal in back-to-back games. He has 2 now on the season. They gave Briley Wood an assist. Maybe they'll add an assist or subtract it later on. But either way, Wood's got the assist now. 6:48 into the second period was the time of the goal as the Grizzlies took a 1-0 lead. Rush got on the board, and really, I think the forward line that got it going for Rapid City was the law firm of Wagner, Gore, and Janicki. And that 3-man forward unit really did a good job for Rapid City creating many scoring chances. They only had 9 shots, but it kind of felt like that 3-man unit produced probably 2/3 of Rapid City's good chances in the second period. They eventually got on the board as Zach Hoffman was over in the slot, a little bit towards the right of the center, and just took a shot. It looked like it bounced off a stick, and then the puck just kind of spun its way over Adam Schill's right shoulder. It just had that perfect redirection, and there really wasn't much Adam Schill could do about it. So puck crossed the goal line to give Rapid City a tie. Zach Hoffman, who had 3 goals last season for the Rush, got credited with the goal. It did look like it got redirected from Hoffman's stick somewhere. It might have been redirected off a Grizzly stick. But Denny Gore and Ryan Wagner picked up the assists. Wagner, with his 7 years of pro experience, just seems to know how to play the game. He got behind the Grizzlies defense a couple times in the second period. He's got 1 assist, a +1 rating, and he leads the Rush with 5 shots on goal. In fact, he leads the only Neil Shea's got more shots. Rapid City, 23 shots. Wagner's got 5 of them. Maurizio Coella has 3. A few other rush skaters, including Zach Hoffman, the goal scorer, have 2 shots. And a half dozen rush players with 1 shot on goal through 2 periods. For the Grizzlies, Neil Shea leads the way with 6 shots. Gabori Dunn has 4. Dunn had a really good look early in the second period from the right wing, and Murphy just robbed him with a glove save. And Dunn kind of had that look of what do you got to do to get a goal around here. Of Dunn's 4 shots, 3 of them seemed like they were pretty good looks. And he's had a good game wearing number 28. He's been on the right wing, and he's done a great job for the Grizzlies, and this is his second pro game. Luke Manning's got 3 shots. He's been pretty physical. I imagine him and Wagner might get after it. They're pretty similar type of players, and Luke Manning's not backing down from Ryan Wagner, and Manning has 3 shots, which is third on the Grizzlies. Quite a few Grizzlies players have 2 shots, including Yoon, Messner, Fitz, Briley Wood, who's had 2 really good looks. Reed Lebster in his Grizzlies debut's got 2 shots, as well as Nick Pastorius. And then a few other Grizzlies with 1 shot through 2 periods. Really, the highlight of the game has been the goaltending. After allowing 7 goals each, Connor Murphy allowed 7 goals in last Saturday's game against Tulsa, where Tulsa won 7-1. He's bounced back, and he's been outstanding, as Connor Murphy for Rapid City has saved 28 of 29. As for Adam Schill, he's really been outstanding. He didn't have to make a ton of saves in the second period, but the 9 that he had to make, or the 8 of the 9, the 8 saves and the 9 shots in the second period, he had to make some beauties. And Adam Schill's been solid tonight, and he has saved 22 of 23. Grizzlies will be on the power play, and I wonder if this power play there, the first minute 43 of the third period, if that's going to set the tone for the rest of the game. If the Grizzlies score, that could create a ton of momentum, and maybe the Grizzlies can go on to victory. If Rapid City gets a successful penalty kill to start the third period, maybe that gives them a little bit of momentum as the period progresses. So I think that here early on in the third period, I think that power play might end up setting the tone as to what we're going to see in the rest of the period and really the rest of regulation tonight. Really wouldn't surprise me if we go past regulations. It seems like when Utah faces Rapid City, a lot of them are 1 or 2 goal games. We see quite a few go past regulation, and that would be the first time for either team. They're both looking for their first win of the 2024-25 season. After 2 periods, Utah and Rapid City are tied at 1. When we come back, we'll go over some league scores as well as check in on those who are living the dream, as we'll go over some NHL scores as well. And we'll also get a World Series update as the Dodgers and Yankees are playing in Game 1 of the 2024 World Series. That's all on the other side. Once again, after 2 periods, Neil Shea has Utah's goal and Zach Hoffman has Rapid City's tally as we're tied at 1 here at the Monument. This is the intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Second intermission, we're tied at 1. Let's go over some ECHL scores. In overtime, Butchler got the game winner for Wichita as the Thunder defeat the Kansas City Mavericks 4-3. That game final in overtime as Wichita gets their first win of the season. And the Tulsa Oilers, it was Wichita and Tulsa. Wichita gets their first win. Tulsa gets their first loss, but it did come in overtime as Tulsa is now 3-1 this season. And really, the big story for the Tulsa Oilers is they had 19 goals in their first 3 games of the regular season. Scored 3 tonight against Wichita. They get a standing point, but the Thunder get a 4-3 victory over at Intrust Bank Arena. Kansas City gets a 4-0 victory over the Allen Americans. Allen will be the Grizzlies' opponent next weekend at Maverick Center, November 1st and 2nd. A lot of familiar faces from that Western Conference Championship team, as Max Andriov and Cade Borchard were among the goal scorers for Kansas City. Osman was in net for the Mavericks, and he had a 16-save shutout. As Kansas City gets a 4-0 road victory, their record is now 3-0 this season as Allen falls to 0-2. One other game involving a Mountain Division team, Toledo and Idaho, a battle of Western Conference powerhouses. They're through 2 periods over at Idaho Central Arena, and that game is tied at 2. Connor McEachern and Thomas Caron have the Idaho goals. Thompson's net for Idaho. He has saved 21 of 23. Toledo is 1 for 6 on the power play. Idaho is 0 for 2. So it looks like Toledo has been more aggressive and have drawn more penalties than Idaho so far. Toledo, 6 power plays to Idaho's 2. And through 2 periods, they're tied at 2 over at Idaho Central Arena. Other action in the league, actually one more game involving a Mountain Division team, and that's the newest member of the league, the Tahoe Night Monsters. Grizzlies will face them quite a few times during the regular season. Tahoe will be at Maverick Center for a 2-game set on November 9th and 10th. So that should be fun when the Tahoe Night Monsters come to town, a new opponent, and that's going to be an interesting one. I think one of their owners is Tim Tebow. And the Night Monsters, Grizzlies will face them 10 times this season, 7 at Maverick Center and 3 games over at the new arena in Lake Tahoe. And that game is just getting underway. Tahoe and Jacksonville are scoreless. That game is 6 minutes into the first period. So Jacksonville makes the long plane ride out to the Tahoe area. And that's going to be an interesting one. They're 6 minutes into the first. No score over at Tahoe Blue Event Center over in State Line, Nevada. Other games that have gone final. Fort Wayne defeats Cincinnati 5-4. The 3-time defending champion Florida Everblades defeat Atlanta 3-1. Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals get a 6-3 victory over Maine. Dante Januzzi got the victory for Norfolk. He made his Admirals debut as Januzzi was signed earlier this week by the Admirals. He saved 31 of 34. And the Admirals also got 1 goal and 1 assist from Stepan Timofeyev and Cameron Nault, as the Admirals get a victory over Maine 6-3. And how about that for Dante Januzzi? He played in training camp. He signed with Maine, got released in training camp. And I guess revenge is what's the old saying? Revenge is something best served cold. Revenge. Either way, Dante Januzzi gets his revenge on the team that fired him recently in the Maine Mariners, as Jeff Carr's Norfolk Admirals get a 6-3 victory. Greenville over South Carolina 3-2. In overtime, Worcester is a 4-3 winner over Trois-Rivières. Revenge is a dish best served. Well, it's easy for me to say. Never mind. We'll just rewind the tape and start that over again. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Can't even say that right. What a night. Either way, Dante Januzzi gets the victory over the Maine Mariners. Two NHL games have gone final. Vegas over Ottawa 6-4. Ottawa is now 4-3 on the season. Vegas is 5-2-1. Alex Pietrangelo had 3 assists, and Barbashev had 2 goals for the Golden Knights in the victory as Vegas gets their 5th win of the season. One other final. In overtime, the Islanders defeat the Devils 4-3 as Bo Horvat had the overtime game winner 109 in, as the Islanders get the victory over New Jersey 4-3. Early third period, Edmonton leads Pittsburgh 3-0. Edmonton looking for their 3rd win of the season. Leon Draisaitl has a goal. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins also has a goal, and Evan Bouchard. Those are the 3 that have scored for Edmonton. Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, and Bouchard for Edmonton as they lead Pittsburgh 3-0 early third period. And halfway through the third, Chicago had a 2-0 lead halfway through the second period, but Nashville has responded with 2 unanswered. That game is tied at 2 with 9:23 left in the third period. In game 1 of the World Series, looks like they got a barn burner, top of the 9th inning. 2 on and 2 out. Yankees and Dodgers are tied at 2. That game in the top of the 9th inning at Dodger Stadium. So the Yankees are the visiting team. And that's game 1 of the World Series. An interesting one between 2 big rivals, the Yankees and the Dodgers. Yankees, the beasts of the East, and the LA Dodgers, after they moved from Brooklyn, have really been a headline name in the Los Angeles area since the late 1950s. Top of the ninth inning, that game is tied at 2, game 1 of the World Series. Early third quarter, one NBA score. Golden State leads the Utah Jazz 64-45. Looks like it's going to be a long season for Will Hardy's crew as the Jazz are 0-1 on the season, and Golden State off to a quick start. Early third quarter, the Warriors lead 65-44. We'll come back and have third period action here at the Monument. Don't forget the Grizzlies will be on the power play for the first minute and 43 of the third period. Revenge is a dish best served cold. There, I finally got it out. Dante Giannuzzi got his revenge on the Maine Mariners, the former Grizzlies goaltender who was with the club last year. Come back and have third period action on the other side. This has been the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. We're about set for third period action here as the Grizzlies and Rush are tied at 1. Now, video streaming all season long will be on Flow Hockey. Never miss a goal with your team from Flow Hockey, as you'll have access to all live events this season. Visit flowhockey.tv to catch all the action and archived footage of the event. That's FLOhockey.tv. As audio coverage is on the Grizzlies YouTube channel for all 72 regular season games as well as the postseason. And it's good to be here at the Monument. Crowd of, my guess, would be about 4,000, maybe 4,500 here on a high school football Friday. As the Grizzlies coaches Ryan Knaswich and Christian Horn hanging on the bench. Scott Burt, the Rapid City coach, walking towards his bench area. We got a fun third period in store. And as I mentioned during the second intermission, it wouldn't surprise me if one way or another what happens on this Grizzlies power play to start the third period could set the tone for the rest of this game. After all, the Grizzlies could take a 2-1 lead as we're tied at 1 right now and kind of carry that momentum. Or Rapid City could have a successful penalty kill and maybe they carry some momentum here to start the third period. The Grizzlies are on the ice and Rapid City gives them a warm welcome. Now the Rush hit the ice to start the third period. And really the story has been both goaltenders who have had a bounce-back effort. Both guys allowed 7 goals in their first start of the regular season. And I think knowing the track record of both Connor Murphy and Adam Scheel, I think we both know that was uncharacteristic of both. And both guys have been outstanding here tonight. Adam Scheel so far has saved 22 of 23. And Connor Murphy on the other side for Rapid City has saved 28 of 29. Grizzlies will start the third period. It will be a power play unit, so it's possible they're going to start with 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. Looks like to start the third period, it's going to be Cole Gallant taking the face-off. He'll be out there with Neil Shea. He's got going back-to-back games here to start the regular season as he had Utah's goal in the second period, 6.5 minutes in. Dylan Fitz will be out there, Briley Wood, and the defenseman's Brian Yoon. So again, it's Gallant, Shea, Wood, and Fitz, as well as Brian Yoon is going to be quarterbacking this power play from the blue line. Rapid City will start with a penalty kill unit. Maurizio Coelho looks like he's on the ice, as is Parker Bowman. Bowman, a strong two-way forward, 6 feet, 186 pounds, out of Ontario. And the 2 defensemen, Brady Putti, number 28. He's got an ECHL contract out of Brookhaven, New York. And he'll be out there with Zach Hoffman, the goal scorer for Rapid City in the second period. Utah wins the draw. They're skating from right to left as we see it. As Yoon over towards Shea, back towards Yoon, who skates behind Adam Scheel's net. As Yoon will now skate down Broadway. Now move to his right, drop it for Wood. Wood to Shea down the middle. He crosses center ice, steps over the blue, trying to get to Wood. It's picked off by the Rush, and clearing it out is Parker Bowman. Rush make a line change. We're 24 seconds into the third period. Yoon around the net. Grizzlies keep the same 5 on the ice. He gets a new try, fakes it to Wood, and he'll skate north-south. They'll dump it off the far wall as Yoon gets hit off the boards. Fitz delivers a hit on Millimock. Puck goes up top. Wood over to Shea. He's on the left side. Shea skates towards the circle. Take a wrist shot. Saved by Murphy. Puck stays in play. Is lifted in the air quite a bit. And Rapid City gets it, and clearing it out is Mason McCarty. Shield behind his net. Grizzlies will reshuffle the deck as Dashke replaces Uni, gets the puck from Shield. Dashke in the left wing. Now he shuffles to his right. He's down the middle at the Utah line. Drops it for Lebster. Lebster to Manning down the middle. Manning steps over the blue line. Gets it towards Messner. Gets it back to Manning in the corner. From one corner to the other. Manning towards Lebster. Lebster on the right side. Back to Manning behind the net. Fakes to his left. Skates back towards the far corner. Now he stops, pivots. Gets the Armstrong right side. Shot is blocked away by Murphy. As the fans once again, like they're in a football game, chant defense. Lebster over the near side. Back to Manning behind the net. Manning directs it along the far side. Dashke runs it down, but the puck exits the zone. Dashke gets it in the Grizzlies' end. 13 seconds left in the power play. Dashke to Messner left side. He gets it around Charles Martin. Grizzlies get it up top. Back to Dashke. It goes past him. Rapid City takes it away. Gord skates towards the right side. Siren pass shot. And it's sticked away, I think, by Lebster. Out of the penalty box is Ryan Wagner. We're skating 5-on-5. Armstrong skates to his left. He steps over the line. Skates towards the near goal line. Filters it around the net, along the boards. Cameron Buell collides with the Rush skater as Buell now gets hit on the side by Araujo. Rush will collect the puck. They skate from left to right. As the Rush, Ryan Wagner skates new, tries, veers off to the right, steps over center ice and dumps it in. As Shield will get it towards Fairbrother. He gets pushed in the back by Gore as Wagner delivers a shot on Pastorius. Puck in front of the net. Gore swings and misses out in front. Now he tries to filter it out towards Janicki, and it goes wide. Pastorius over to Buell. He crosses center ice, steps over the blue line. He can try to get it back towards Pastorius. It's sticked away on a good defensive play by Connor Millimock. Behind the net, Rapid City comes out with the scrum with the puck as the Rush flying from left to right with good speed. Constantino crosses center ice. He'll tattoo it off the far board. Shield will drift it to the far corner. Buell nudges ahead towards Pastorius. Pastorius with a big-time hit on McCarty. Down the middle, Rapid City in the attack zone. Right side backhand shot by Davis goes wide. McCarty gets it up top. Rush across to Hoffman. Pass goes tape to tape. Right point shot. Saved by Shield as Millimock was trying to redirect it. Millimock and Fairbrother battle. Now Pastorius has some words with Millimock. There's linesman between them as Pastorius sporting a mustache, yelling at Millimock. As Millimock kind of looking at him. Millimock's got a size advantage height-wise, but Pastorius giving Millimock the riot act about 3 minutes into the third period. As Pastorius will skate towards the bench. You know you're going to get a great effort from Pastorius, and he's really been a great addition to the Grizzlies. Drosky in the Grizzlies zone, and Shill's been solid so far as he has saved 24 of 25. Gallant will take the draw against Maurizio Coelho. Right circle of the Grizzlies zone. Draw won by the Grizzlies. As Cade Jensen will tap it off the near boards. Trying to get to Shea, trying to shuffle it back, taking this Rapid City. Boyko swings and misses on the right side. Kabori Dunn filters it to Shea, who directs it towards Wood. Wood's down the middle, tried to dump it in. He just got to the Rapid City line. Hoffman, blue line to blue line, passes wide to Boyko. Now Dunn dangles the puck near the Grizzlies bench. He gains center ice, and he'll dump it in. Dunn's got 4 shots on goal through 2 periods plus tonight. As Hoffman, the Rapid City goal scorer, slides it ahead, passes wide to Boyko, and it goes past Dunn. Schill in front of the crease will direct it towards Jensen. Schill's very calm out there. He's one of the best goaltenders in the league. Boyko down the middle. He steps over the line, surrounded by 5 Grizzlies. High slot righty shot is blocked by Jensen's stick. Grizzlies come back the other way. 3-on-2. Gallant over to Shea over the line. Back towards Gallant, and he gets cut off by Holden Wall on a good defensive play. Over in the far corner, Wood around the net, gets back checked by Wall. And the Grizzlies filter it back towards the near corner. Dashke skates over there. He collides with a Rush skater, and that was Hoffman. Wood back up top for Dashke. Left point, dangles, fires a shot that goes wide, looking for a redirection by Gallant. Shea to Gallant on the right side, back towards Shea. He's in the right corner. Now he gets it towards Yoon. Yoon centers out front to Gallant. Take a shot. Oh, and it hits the post. Grizzlies bounce it in. Like, it looked like Gallant hit the post. And then Brian Yoon came in and bounced off of Yoon's side and into the back of the net. And with that, the Grizzlies have taken a 2-1 lead. Wait, what a crazy play. Gallant like he was all alone. He was going to score stick side on Murphy. Somehow the puck hit the post, and then Yoon was able to skate in and push the puck in the back of the net. It's a crazy play there. I believe Gallant's going to get an assist on the Yoon goal. Yoon had 2 AHL goals with Hartford last season. While he was a Grizzly, he had 3 goals in 35 games. Yoon gets his first of the year as it's 2-1. And they're going to look it over on video replay. Second time they've gone to replay here. I think they're trying to see if Yoon kicked it in. If there was a kicking motion or anything like that. Kind of an awkward play. And as I mentioned, it looked like Gallant was all alone. It was just him and Murphy. Murphy was giving up some room stick side, and somehow Gallant didn't score. Either hit the post or hit off the stick of Murphy. And then Yoon was just able to come in kind of awkwardly, bouncing off his body into the back of the net. So they're checking it over on video replay. They are not showing a replay on the video board here in Rapid City. One of those things where I guess they don't want to have, the fans who are in attendance influence the call. It's a good goal, says the referee. It's 2-1 Utah. As Brian Yoon's going to get his first of the year with Cole Gallant, we believe picking up his first assist of the season. Gallant had 35 last year. So it's 2-1 Utah with 15:46 left in the third. Grizzlies are up to 32 shots, and Rapid City's taken 25. Manning will take the draw at center ice. He battles with Jeffers. Jeffers wins the faceoff as Rapid City skates from left to right. Long-range pass is wide of the mark, looking for Joe Widmar. And icing is on the rush, so we'll skate back towards Connor Murphy. So it's the Grizzlies' first lead of the season, actually their second lead of the season, second lead of the game as Neil Shea scored 6.5 minutes in, and then Zach Hoffman later in the second period got the tying goal. And here in the third, about 4 minutes in, it's Brian Yoon getting his first of the season with Cole Gallant getting one of the assists. Manning will take the drives on the left side. He's out there with Lebster and Messner. As Lebster making his regular season pro debut, Rush won the faceoff. They'll clear it back to center. Fairbrother gets to center ice, and he'll whip it in. As the puck goes along the boards, arm is raised by one of the linesmen. Looks like the Grizzlies are offside. 15:26 left in the third. Reed Lebster is one of those guys I think Grizzlies fans are going to get to enjoy him. Looks like he's got a pretty good right shot. Lebster at Michigan State University last year had 6 goals and 13 assists in 19 games. Before that, played 4 years at UMass Amherst. Manning will take the draw against Joe Widmar. Widmar 6'1", 215 pounds. A big team Rapid City has. Maybe one of the bigger teams that Grizzlies will face all year. Off the draw, Rapid City high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Boutte as Manning got blasted by Jeffers. Right side shot. Glove saved by Scheel as Tyler Burney from around the right point fired a shot that Scheel made a save shoulder high and holds on with 15:15 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Rush 1. Now, there's a lot of sports entertainment options out there, particularly on a night like tonight. So we appreciate everybody for tuning into the Grizzlies game here against Rapid City. Don't forget, tomorrow night will be the same 2 teams, same channels, 7:05 face-off. So face-off will be about the same time. Rematch here of tonight's game. Rush won the draw. Right side, Charles Martin fires towards the net on a sharp angle, and he misses wide around the net. Now Jeffers, right side, gets up top. Martin in the right point. Dangles the puck. Now he fires a wrist shot that's sticked away. Burney gets up top. As Boutte throws it towards the middle, towards the net, and Jensen jabs and gets the puck and fires it towards the right corner. Rush in the attack zone as Burney gets pushed along the boards by Jensen. Both guys wearing number 23. Burney skates towards the bench as puck ends up clearing into the Rapid City zone. Murphy looking for an outlet pass. It glanced off the stick towards the near corner. Armstrong chasing after it. Armstrong gets there before Murphy. As Murphy recovers over to the left side for Fitz shot. Saved by Murphy. Boy, Armstrong, as Murphy was all the way over in the near corner, Armstrong skated around to the net. By the time he got around the net, Murphy had recovered. Armstrong got Fitz over on the left side. Pass went tape to tape. Fitz had a good look, but Murphy made a save with 14:32 left in the third. So what a fun game we've had here so far. Goaltenders have been outstanding. Both teams really have been on point defensively, and I think that was probably a focus by both teams this week. As the Grizzlies allowed the 7 goals last Friday, and Rapid City allowed 11 goals, although 2 of them were on an empty net in 2 games last weekend. Grizzlies in the attack zone as Rapid City couldn't clear it out after winning a face-off over in the far corner. Gallant over towards Briley Wood, who brushes over to Neil Shea on the right side. Shea throws it back to the corner that was vacated by half everybody on the ice. Rapid City's McCarty will lift it out past Dashke. Yoon runs it down, and icing is on the rush as Milamok with a light nudge of Yoon after the whistle. As Milamok wanted to set a physical tone and say, hey, big guy, I'm here. As Milamok's delivered some big hits all game. 14:08 left in the third. It's still 2-1 Utah. Lebster's out there with Messner and Manning. Manning will take the face off. Yoon kind of clutching at his knee a little bit as he took that collision with Milamok after the whistle. Manning's going to take a lot of face-offs for the Grizzlies this year as he has tonight. Davis wins it, though, this time for Rapid City as Messner has a lift off his stick to neutralize. Rapid City, Brett Davis trying to split a double team, throws it to the far side. He chases after it. Getting there is Putti, or Arujo, and he gets blasted by Yoon. Dashke, left side, cross-ice pass connects to the right for Messner. Messner skates towards the right side, centers to Manning. Manning backhand shot, saved by Murphy. Puck still alive as Rapid City's McCarty gets it. What a move by Manning, but Murphy made a great save. Rapid City moves it out to center. Grizzlies gather at their line. Shearer to Dashke, across to Lebster, one hands it in. As Murphy behind his net throws to the far side. Rush will tap it off the glass. And the rush, long-range pass connects to Wagner. Wagner over the line, onside, left side, drops it for Janicki. Janicki skates in, left, righty shot, saved by Shield. And he holds on as Wagner dropped it for Janicki with all sorts of time and space. But Shield makes a save with 13:21 left in the third. As Wagner and Shield, last year's teammates, talk it over once again as everybody skates to the bench as there's a timeout on the ice. Utah's a 2-1 lead as Brian Yoon got his first of the year and fourth in a Grizzlies uniform. It's 2-1 Grizzlies. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Grizzlies 2 and the Rush 1, 13:21 left in regulation. Yoon scored 4:14 into the third period to break the deadlock. Cole Gallant and Neil Shea with the assists. So Shea with 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. He now has 3 points in the first 2 games of this season. Draw on the Grizzlies zone, won by Rapid City. They're in the attack zone. Over to the left side. Shot is blocked in the slot. Janicki swings and misses. He was battling with Shearer. Now left side. Wall with a shot that goes wide on the lefty blast from the left point. Janicki trying to get to the corner. Shearer picked it off. He'll push it ahead to Gallant. Gallant right wing pass off the wood stick and into the Rapid City bench. And out of play with 13:03 left in the third. Same teams tomorrow night. Grizzlies will be home for 4 straight games. November 1st and 2nd, the Allen Americans will be in town. And then the following week, the Tahoe Night Monsters make their first trip to Maverick Center. Here, tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. Neutral zone draw. Gallant will take it. He's out there with Wood and Shea. Up top is Fairbrother and Shearer. Earlier this week, Johnny Fairbrother was named Grizzlies captain. As Rapid City wins the draw, Hoffman gets the hot pass. He skates to his blue line. Pass head's picked off by Wood. He gets it towards the Rapid City line where Hoffman gets it back. He'll push it towards the bench. Now across to Janicki, the Notre Dame product, first-year pro, and he'll fire it into the far corner. As Buell runs it down in his pro debut. Buell's got good speed, 5'10". Pass head connects to Wood, tape to tape. Wood stops in the left point after stepping over the line, drops to the corner. Shea gets around Hoffman. Hoffman takes the puck away from him as Shea overskated it. Now Hoffman trying to locate it again. Shea taps it to the near goal line. Shea with the puck gets to Cameron Buell. Buell, far goal line, surveys. Now he fires lefty shot, and it's blocked into traffic out in front. Hoffman sporting a beard. Blocked it. Skates towards the Rapid City line. Pushes ahead to Janicki. Janicki right point. Righty shot goes wide as Rusher making a line change behind him. Armstrong will shovel it out to the Utah line. Big collision. Buell playing a physical game as well. Armstrong gets spun around at center ice. Penalty is going to be called. It's going to be a trip. The fans voice their displeasure, but the Grizzlies are going to get a 2-minute power play as Martin is yelling his case as Hoffman hit the ice with 12:07 left in the third. A lot of fans are upset, but Charles Martin's going to get 2 minutes. He slams the door shut in the box. Charles Martin gets 2 minutes for tripping. Grizzlies will be on the power play. Utah was 1 for 3 on the power play last Friday. Tonight, Grizzlies are 0 for 3, but remember they scored about 7 seconds after a power play ended in the second period. I think it is Utah's third power play of the game, so they're 0 for 2 officially. Even though the box score already has them at 0 for 3. We'll see what happens here as the Rush win the draw, and they'll slice it all the way down towards Adam Scheel. Scheel behind his net will drop it for Yoon. Yoon right now is what would be listed as the game winner. Yoon carries it to the Utah line, drops it for Shea. Shea at neutral ice, left wing, steps over the line, drops it for Gallant. Left side, Gallant centers out front to Wood. He'll take a shot. Saved by Murphy. Boy, Gallant was hanging out in the left point. Wood cut towards the net. Great pass by Gallant. Boy, Wood put a good move on Murphy. Tried to go 5-hole, but Murphy closed the door and kept it a 1-goal game. But good passing by that top forward line of Shea, Gallant, and Wood. And Wood had a great look. But Murphy's made some outstanding saves here tonight. He has saved 33 of 35. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 35-27. Draw one by Utah. Shea extends the stick, keeps it in left point, throws it to Gallant. Back up top to Yoon. Fans chant defense like we're playing football. And it's 3rd and 7. Wood centers to Gallant. It taps off of his stick. Rush get it and clear it out. Scheel skates towards the near corner, cuts it off, wearing number 34 in the back of his black sweater with white numbers and professional green trim over to Yoon. He crosses center ice, drops it back to Shea at the Utah line. Shea crosses center ice with speed, steps over the line. Shea's got great speed, throws to Wood on the left side. Wood across to a wide open Fitz. Fitz dangles in the far goal line, chips it to Gallant. Gallant collects it, gets it to Shea on the left side. Shea will fake it to Yoon. Shea surveys now, gets to Yoon in the left point. Across to Wood, he's on the right side. Wood drops it back for Yoon, who fakes a shot, gets to Shea. Left side, pushes to Fitz near goal line, back to Yoon, who gets to Wood, back to Yoon. Over to Wood, right circle. Wood centers it out in front. Grizzlies, Wood got their stick lifted by Hoffman. Couldn't accept it, and the puck ends up going out into the Grizzlies zone. Somehow it was cleared out. Grizzlies will make a line change, 30 seconds left in the power play. So does Rapid City. We're about halfway through the third period. Utah leads 2-1. Dashke over to Manning. He crosses center ice left wing. Across towards Lebster. Lebster gets around a skater. Centering pass out in front. Shot to score! Lebster to Manning to the back of the net. And the Grizzlies get some insurance. They've taken a 3-1 lead. Boy, what a beautiful pass out in front by Reed Lebster. Manning was out in front. Lebster skates to the bench first. They say Lebster had scored as they're going to collect the puck. Save that puck, Jackson Hibbard, as Manning was cutting out in front. But Lebster, according to the Grizzlies, gets credited with the goal. As it looked like a pass by Lebster to Manning. But according to the Grizzlies, they collected that puck. That's Reed Lebster's first as a pro. Utah takes a 3-1 lead. Manning will take the draw at center ice. It's the Grizzlies' second power play goal of the season as they have a power play goal in back-to-back games. As Lebster gets his first as a pro, Manning was in the area out in front of the net, but the puck never got to Manning, according to the Grizzlies, who all celebrated with Lebster scoring. Puck deep in the Grizzlies zone near corner. Manning battles with Jeffers as the Rush will clear it back into their own zone. As Martin chased after it, Grizzlies sneaking a line change. Rapid City attacks. Martin to the right side, stops before he gets to the corner, blows a tire. He gets back to his feet. Widmar in the area. Widmar skates around Utah's net to the far side. Joe Widmar wearing number 8, fires towards the net. It goes wide. As Kabori Dunn pushes Bernie out in front. As Manning and Dashke got the assist on the Lebster goal. Grizzlies cross center ice. Pastorius throws it in. As Pastorius and Martin collide. And we got a fight! Pastorius throws a left at Martin. And the linesmen step in as Martin and Pastorius collided at center ice. And then Pastorius dropped the gloves. And Martin kind of did a turtle impersonation as Pastorius threw a right and then got a left in before the linesman stepped in. As Pastorius will go to the box. Tyler Burney's yelling at Pastorius. It's 3-1 Grizzlies. Pastorius goes to the box, and it looks like he's the only one entering as Charles Martin skated to the bench. And it looks like Rapid City is going to get a power play after it. As much as we'd like to consider that a fight, it really wasn't much of a fight because once Pastorius dropped the gloves, Martin had a second thought. There was a big collision at center ice as Pastorius was trying to gain the center red line, and big time collision. Pastorius going to the box, Martin to the bench. So it looks like Rapid City is going to get a power play out of it. The two captains are talking with the referee, Fairbrother for the Grizzlies and Wagner for Rapid City. 9:38 is left in regulation. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Rush 1. We'll come back in 1 minute here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
So it looks like out of all of it, Pastorius gets a 2-minute roughing minor, and that's the only penalty. As Rapid City is going to get a power play. It's 3-1 Grizzlies, as it was tied at 1 after 2 periods. Brian Yoon scored 4:14 in, and Reed Lebster, at the moment he'll never forget, as he scored 9:35 into the third with his first pro goal as he's playing his first regular season pro game. He played in 5 postseason games for the 2024 Kelly Cup champion Florida Everblades. Manning and Dashke got the assists on the Lebster goal. Neil Shea's got 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Big crowd of 4,018, 4018 here at the Monument for their home opener. Grizzlies home opener is 10 days away. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 36-27. Utah's got a 7-4 edge in the third period. It's a Rush power play. Cole Gallant will take the draw against Brett Davis. Draw battles. Rapid City wins it. Wagner gets it up top. As Janicki over towards Mason McCarty, who filters it back to Janicki, who directs it to Martin. Martin will angle it back to Janicki on the left side over to McCarty, who feeds it back to his right. It's jabbed away by Messner. As Martin over on the right point keeps it in. Martin surveys. He drew the penalty on Pastorius after the big collision at center ice. Davis over to Janicki. Feeds it out in front to McCarty. It taps off his stick wide. As McCarty was battling with Shearer out in front of the net. Wagner collides with Shearer. Puck goes to Gallant, who gets the bouncing puck and sails it all the way towards Connor Murphy. As Grizzlies make a line change, 9 minutes and counting left in the third. A very quiet Monument here as the Rush have 1:15 left in the power play. Martin gets it across, wide of Wagner. Wagner gets it off the boards. He skates back into his own zone as the Rush are patient with their approach. Over to Martin at the Rapid City line. He'll get it back towards Wagner. Wagner across the center ice right wing. Now he steps over the line, moves it across to Davis. Over to McCarty, back to Wagner at the near goal line. He gets it back up top to Martin. Across to Davis down the middle. Take a lefty shot. Glove save, or saved by Shield. More of a body save around the stomach area. He just gathered it and held on with 8:33 left in the third. Good look by Brett Davis. He's had 2 or 3 really good looks for Rapid City tonight, but Shield has been on point as he has saved 27 of 28. 8:33 left in the third. Both teams will change things up. Coelho will take the draw against Cole Gallant. 55 seconds left in the Rapid City power play. Utah wins the draw. Dashke around Utah's net to Messner. Spins along the wall. Constantino keeps it in on the left point. Constantino across the wall. Back to Coelho. He's on the right side. Now to the near goal line for Bernie, who fumbles the puck. Dashke throws to the corner. Bernie gets it back. Bernie loses it. Yoon, right side, slice along the glass. Constantino couldn't keep it in. It goes to neutral ice. Rush have to tag back up. 3-1 Grizzlies, about 8 minutes left. Constantino, right side, crosses center ice, steps over the line, loses the puck. Dashke throws it back to the Rapid City end. Grizzlies will make a full line change to get 4 fresh skaters on the ice. Pastorius is in the box. Rush around their net, less than 8 minutes left. Rush neutral ice, right wing pass connects. As Gore over to Coella. He gets spun around by Jensen. Centering pass out in front. Shot to score. And Tyler Burney gets a power play goal in the Rush. They've cut into the lead. It's now a 1 goal game. The Grizzlies are doing a good job along the boards. That is Tyler Burney's first pro goal. The first year pro, had 15 goals at Brock University last year. And Tyler Burney gets a power play goal, and it's now a 3-2 game. The fans to their feet, those that are able, and they yell, hey, go Rush. And as Tyler Burney gets a power play goal, the big 6'5", 205-pound forward out of Ontario. So it's 3-2. Both teams have a power play goal tonight. Draw at center ice is won by the Rush. As Rapid City down by a goal. Gets the new tries. They gain center and dump it in. Shield wants icing. He didn't think it got to center ice before dumping it in. Puck, Cameron Buell pushes ahead towards Armstrong as Fitz back checks with Hoffman. Hoffman at the Rapid City line battles with Fitz. As Rapid City skates the new tries. Coella got an assist on the Coella and Gore. I think Gore got the main assist. Burney with the goal. As Rapid City to new tries. Gets it towards their line. Looking for Millamont. Grizzlies picking off. Utah looking for insurance. Right side fit. Shot saved by Murphy. Rebound shot. Kick saved by Murphy. As Buell had the second chance down the middle. And Murphy makes the second stop and gobbles it and holds on with 7:04 left in the third. By Fitz with a good shot from the right side. Buell was cutting towards the net. Got the rebound. Didn't get all of it. As Murphy was able to stop it on his right side. 7:04 is left in the third. It's 3-2 Grizzlies. It almost feels like that's always the case here at the Monument. You get these barn burner type of games, and looks like we got one here tonight. Grizzlies will take the draw. Cole Gallant's got Wood to his left and Shea to his right. Off the draw, it's won by Rapid City as they'll slice it all the way as it saucers and skips all the way deep into the Grizzly zone. Icing is on Rapid City with 6:58 left in the third. Both teams like to play a pretty similar style of hockey. Ryan Kanasowicz and Scott Burt seem to be two coaches that kind of are on the same wavelength of how they see the game. Rush have a little bit more size than the Grizzlies. Utah might have a little bit of a speed advantage in open ice. Draw one by Utah in the attack zone. Gianni Fairbrother, right side, fires towards the net. It goes wide. As Rapid City near side will loft it out to center as it skips towards Wagner. He gets held up. Taking the puck, Danny Gore. Right side shot. Stick save by Shield. Now Gore gets it back, wearing number 7. He's at the far goal line, filters it out in front of Janicki. Pass goes wide. Wagner gets in the right point. Wagner throws to the left side. Gore has a tap off his stick. Gore gets it off the boards. Rapid City dance around. Putti across towards Wagner. Pass goes tape to tape. Wagner gets pushed by Shearer. Shearer doesn't let Wagner go to the corner as he stops him like a brick wall. Shea hacking away as Wagner holds it strong. Boy, Wagner great on the boards. They're holding a battle with Shearer. As Janicki gets the puck and wheels it around the wall. Martin over on the far side as he'll skate towards the left point. Shearer shadowing him. Martin backhands it towards Gore. Gets the bouncing puck in the far corner. He'll tap it off a skate. Now taking it all alone is Gore. Take a shot. Janicki was a shot saved by Shield. Rebound goes to Shea on the near side as Janicki had a good look. Gore was nearby as well. Grizzlies get to center ice. Gallant will loft it in. Grizzlies make a full line change. Less than 6 minutes left in the third. 3-2 Utah, but the Rush have some momentum. Rapid City will drop it off. Rush skating from left to right. Rapid City pushes ahead. Pass goes tape to Davis, a former Dallas draft pick. He'll tap it off the near wall and chase after it. Union slides along the far side. It goes past the skate of Putti. Rush will run it down in their own zone. Constantino around his net to the near side. He'll push ahead to Davis. Davis loses control. Manning down the middle. Veers off to the left. Manning in the attack zone. Drops it for Dashke. Lefty shot. Is blocked away by Murphy's stick. And it flies out of play off the protective netting. 5:23 left in the third. And we got a barn burner here at the Monument. A crowd of 4,018 have seen a good one. Grizzlies lead 3-2. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh.
5:23 left in the third period. We got a barn burner. Utah leads 3-2. Grizzlies have goals from Neil Shea, Brian Yoon, and Reed Lebster. For Lebster, it's his first pro goal. Rapid City got a second period goal from Zach Hoffman and a power play third period goal from Tyler Burney. Draws in the Rapid City zone left circle, and it's won by Utah's. Reed Lebster gets pushed by Hoffman along the end boards. Manning skates over there. 2-on-2 scrum over behind Rapid City's net as Murphy looks over his right shoulder. Murphy's had an outstanding game in net, stopping 36 of 39. Scrum continues along the boards. Grizzlies come out with the puck. Manning backhand shot goes wide as it bounced off the referee. Lebster far corner feeds up top to Yoon, who directs it across to Dashke. Now to Manning, left side. He's at the near goal line. Gets hit along the boards by Hoffman, third-year pro. As Manning holds his ground, Grizzlies Lebster trying to get up top to Dashke. He does. Dashke with a left wing shot, and that goes wide as Murphy might have gotten a stick in the way. Bouncing puck, 1-on-3. Rush at the Utah line. Dump it in deep as McCarty got knocked down by Dashke. Fans want a penalty, none to be had. Yoon behind his net. Grizzlies will switch up forwards. Dashke will come off the ice as he's replaced by Jensen. Armstrong skates with Yoon. Yoon holding the puck behind his net. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Yoon dances around. Grizzlies have a 1-goal lead. 4:20 left in the third. Over to Jensen, who directs it to Armstrong left side. He crosses center ice left wing, trying to get it to Fitz. Bounced off a rush stick. Denny Gore skates into the zone along the near side. He'll fire it around the net as Wagner collides with Armstrong. Both guys about the same size. Left point. Get redirected by Gore, and it goes just wide. Shot from the left point. Now to the near corner. Martin and Jensen collide. Now Gore tries to feed it out in front. It's the side of the net. Gore will backhand it up top off the wall to Martin across towards Putzi. Putzi to Janicue, lets it go. Yoon behind the net, gathers it for Utah, skates towards the far side. Yoon flips it high into the air, just under the retired numbers. As goes to center ice, Cameron Buell will swing it around the boards. Murphy behind his net. Grizzlies will get some reinforcements. 5 new skaters on the ice. Out to Martin at the Rapid City line near side. He'll push it ahead, center ice. As Gallant gets a good shoulder check from Parker Bowman, who's been physical tonight. Dunn gets tripped up, and he loses his balance. Puck to the near corner, deep in the Grizzly zone. Shea will saucer it out to center ice. Hoffman gathers it. He'll skate back into his own zone for Rapid City. He's got one of their 2 goals. Long-range pass connects to the left. Rush over the line. Try to swing it out in front. And it goes wide to Parker Bowman. As Bowman, behind the net, gets to Coelho, who battles with Kabori Dunn. Now it's a 2-on-2 scrum. Puck to the far side. Rapid City fires towards the net. It's blocked by Dashke, who throws it back to the far corner. 3 minutes left. As Dunn will brush it across to Dashke. Dashke around the net as he'll globe the puck all the way deep into the Rapid City zone. It bounced off of Wood's glove as he leaped to the Rapid City line. It looks like a hand pass is called on the Grizzlies with 2:50 left in the third. Both teams have put together a pretty good effort tonight. Grizzlies are looking for the first 2 standings points of the regular season. Manning's out there with Lebster and Messner. Manning will take the draw. Defensive pairing is Shearer and Fairbrother. Draw goes between Fairbrother and Shearer. Fairbrother runs it down in the Grizzly zone, far circle. Now he's right in front of Shield. He'll push it to Shearer on the left side. Shearer directs it across to Lebster. Lebster gains the red line, and he'll wheel it around the boards. As Messner over in the area collides with Hoffman, they get to the puck at the same time. As Manning gets held up by Davis. As the other forwards look nearby, Messner breaks free of it. Trying to get to Manning. It tapped off the skate, rolls to Murphy, who keeps the play alive. Rapid City up ahead as they gather a pass at their blue line. Rush will carry it across Grizzlies territory and into the zone as Millimak trying to throw it to the corner. Sure will bounce off of Millimak. Linesman says it was offside as Millimak thought he had kept the line. The puck lifted in the air about 5 feet. Puck exited the zone. Millimak carried it back in. Offside of the rush. 2 minutes, 9 seconds left in regulation. Smoke him if you got him. We got a barn burner here at the Monument in Rapid City. Game 2 of 72, and the first of 10 meetings between these clubs. And boy, if the other 9 are going to be anything like tonight, we're in for a treat. Cameron Buell with a big face-off against Denny Gore. New tries after the rush were called for offside. Draw one by Buell and the Grizzlies. Dashke across to Yoon. Murphy's still in there. He may come off for the extra attacker soon. Dashke, left lane pass over the stick of Armstrong. And icing is on the Grizzlies as puck kind of lifted about knee high. Armstrong couldn't get a piece of it. And icing on the Grizzlies with 1:58 left in the third. Draws in the near circle. Ryan Wagner's going to take the face-off. Actually, Gore's going to take the face-off. Wagner and Janicki out there for Rapid City, their top forward line. Grizzlies have Buell taking the face-off. He's with Armstrong and Fitz. And the defensive pairing of Yoon and Dashke have played a ton of minutes. They're out there right now. Draw one by Utah. Dashke globes it out to center ice. And the puck lifts. Rapid City gloves it and drops it neutral ice. Janicki throws it back in. Yoon runs it down as Murphy, the Rapid City goaltender, is still in there. As Dashke gets the puck, he'll feed it over to Buell. Buell across the center ice. He'll backhand it towards Fitz. Fitz in the left wing. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide as Utah's looking for some insurance. As Shea rolls it along the boards. Murphy's still in there. 1:30 and counting left in the third. Utah leads 3-2. Fans take up a let's go rush chant. Ryan Wagner gets it neutralized. Murphy skates off as Wagner steps over the line. Right side gets around Dashke. Wagner stops in the near corner. 6-on-5. Rapid City's net's empty. Wagner around the net for Janicki. He'll feed it up top. Left point. Putti over to Hoffman. Back to Wall. He's on the left side. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. Off the wall. Backhand shot saved by Shield. Off the wall. Gore was over at the far goal line. Tried to backhand it off of Shield like Shea did in the second period, but Shield holds on. 1:05 left in regulation. Utah leads 3-2. If you're Scott Burt, you probably want to keep that forward line on the ice. 1:05 left. This might be a good time for Scott Burt, the Rapid City coach, to use his timeout. As the Rush will get some new forwards out there. Brett Davis will join the attack with Coella, and Rapid City does use their timeout, and I think they probably want to get that same forward unit on the ice, or at least a portion of it. Brian Kanasowicz, the Grizzlies head coach. He's got the clipboard out, or at least a piece of paper, and he's going to talk with his unit as the Grizzlies are clinging to a 3-2 lead with 1:05 left in regulation. What a fun game this has been here tonight. Good crowd of 4,018 at the Monument. Maybe we'll have a few more fans here tomorrow evening. Don't forget the Grizzlies home opener is 7 days from now as Grizzlies take on the Allen Americans in the first of a two-game set. Home opening weekend, which will be November 1st and 2nd, is presented by Smith's. Boy, Shield's been outstanding in net. He has saved 31 of 33. 6-on-5, Rapid City's net will be empty. The Grizzlies will go with Shearer and Fairbrother as the defensive unit. Yoon and Dashke have played a great game. They've played a ton of minutes, but it's Fairbrother and Shearer. Forward line of Shea, Wood, and Gallant. And the Rush are getting that top forward line back on the ice with Ryan Wagner and Denny Gore and Trevor Janicki. Brett Davis will take the face-off. Tyler Burney's out there, as well as Charles Martin. So it almost looks like 5 forwards, 1 defenseman for the Rush here as they're trying to tie up the game. 65 seconds left. Draw one by Rapid City. Up top, Gore across to Martin. He's in the right point. Now to Wagner. Feeds to the high slot for Janicki, who couldn't handle it. Over to Gore. Left side shot. Saved by Shield. Gore gets back up top. Rush directed over to Martin. Martin back towards the high slot for Janicki. It's jacked out of the zone on a great play by Gallant. Rush have to reset. 43 seconds left. As Rush dump it in. Shield wants icing. No call. Gore collides with Fairbrother. Wood in the area. Big scrum. Burney gets up top to Martin. Left point. Rush get it towards Martin, who feeds it back to the far side. Wood trying to keep it out as Janicki takes a shot and it's blocked. Grizzlies trying to clear it out. It bounced off of Janicki. 23 seconds left. Gore to the right side for Wagner. Wagner has a poke away. Davis, right side shot is blocked away before it gets. Davis, nice shot, a score! Davis ties it up! .9 seconds left. Davis got the puck in the high slot and just slung it past Adam Shield. And the Rush, with their furious rally, find a way from down 2 goals. They score 2 unanswered to tie the game. Boy, what a furious rush by Rapid City. Gallant was able to clear it out about 30 seconds ago. Rush were able to re-enter. And with Davis taking that shot from the high slot with about 4 or 5 bodies out in front, I'm not sure Shield saw it. So we're tied at 3 with 14.9 seconds left in the third. What a thrilling ending here at the Monument. Grizzlies get it. As Lebster skates towards the Rapid City line, he gets cut off by Hoffman. Dashke dumps it back in. 5 seconds left. And it looks like we're going to have overtime here at the Monument as both teams have earned a standing point. At the buzzer, Messner right point shot is blocked away And that will do it for regulation as both teams get a standing point. And you almost had a feeling it was going to end this way. Grizzlies and Rush have had many barn burner, thrilling type of games. Both teams get a standing point. We'll see who gets that extra point. First time both teams have been in overtime this season. Danny Gore gets an assist on the Davis goal. In games decided past regulation last year, the Grizzlies went 6-0-5, so they were 6-5 in 11 games that ended past regulation last year. We'll see who ends up. There's a lot of candidates to play overtime. Both teams have very skilled forwards. For Rapid City, I think the best move that they made was Scott Burke calling that timeout to keep that forward unit on the ice. It was that unit plus Brett Davis, the four forwards, and it looked like they had a fifth forward out there as well that ended up tying the game. So we'll see who ends up playing here in overtime as both teams get a standing point in the ECHL at 7 minutes. An overtime, 7-minute overtime session, which I think is better than the 5-minute overtime session, and ensures a lot more games end in OT as opposed to going to a shootout. Brian Kanaswich talking with his team. Kanaswich, the fourth-year coach. Both goaltenders will switch sides. Grizzlies will skate from left to right here in overtime. Rapid City from right to left. Grizzlies will have Manning and Messner and Yoon. Manning, Messner, and Yoon, the three to start overtime. Rapid City, their hero, Brett Davis, who tied it up with about 14 seconds left. He'll be out there with Denny Gore, and Charles Martin's the defenseman. We're tied at 3. Grizzlies outshot the Rush 40-35 in regulation. Manning will take the draw against Brett Davis. 7 minutes on the Monument scoreboard clock. Fans to their feet here at the Monument. They've seen a good one. Denny Gore takes it as Messner got his stick held up. Gore over to the near side, gets it up top. It goes past Martin all the way deep into the Rush zone. Murphy gets it towards Martin. Martin around the Rapid City net to the far side. Charles Martin wearing number 47. He's got an A on his white sweater as he does a half circle at his zone as he resets. Now Martin will pivot towards his right and drop it for Gore. As Gore crossing center ice, steps over the line down the middle. Moves to his left. Gore now on the left side. Gets it across to Davis, who swings and misses. Davis gets it back. He's being shadowed by Manning. Davis will bounce it off a Grizzly. Messner runs it down on the far side. Messner around the net. Will pivot, skate back the other side, reverses field. Slice long range pass to Manning at neutral ice. Manning crosses center. Steps over the line right side. Grizzlies get a new skater out there as Dashke replaced Hume. Manning drops it. Fakes it to Dashke. Keeps it. Manning's out center ice. As Messner will exit, he's replaced by Briley Wood. Dashke back in his own zone, does a half circle. Now push to Wood on the right side. Wood crossing center ice. Avoid Wagner's check. Wood drops it for Dashke. Skates down middle, take a lefty shot that goes wide. He missed stick side, didn't miss by much. Wagner races across center ice. Dashke to his left. Wagner spins around, centers it out to Wall. Wall with a shot. He kind of fanned on it to the left side, didn't get much on it. Grizzlies get it with Cole Gallant. 5:35 left in overtime, tied at 3. Gallant does a half circle. Rapid City makes a line change. Wood comes off. Gallant enters the zone. He fakes to Shea. Gets to the high slot for Dashke. Now to Shea. He's on the right side. Shea will voluntarily skate back into Grizzlies territory. Dashke and Gallant come off. Fairbrother out there, and Cameron Buell. As Fairbrother gets it on the right side, gets cut off by the referee. As Fairbrother stops, reverses field, gets back to Shea. Shea around the net to the far side. Now he stops. He's pushed by Constantino. Rapid City comes out with a puck. Coella races to the left wing. He crosses center ice. He's being shadowed by Buell. Coella left side skates around Utah's net with Buell holding on to him. Now Coella skates reverses field as he stopped to behind Utah's net. Utah took it away. Shea gets out to Fairbrother left wing. He steps over the offensive line. Fairbrother surveys, stops, trying to get back up top, fanned on it a little bit. Shea exits the ice. Big time collision at the Rapid City line as Buell comes out with a puck. He'll skate towards the left wing, dangles the puck back and forth. Centers out in front, puck gets some air under it, and Murphy gets on one skip of the ice, keeps the play alive. Out towards Boyko. Boyko drops it for Constantine, who skates along the left wing over the line. He'll drop it for Boyko. Boyko skates in on Shield, loses his balance. Grizzlies come out with it. Utah flying across. Yoon, right side, steps over the line, 2-on-1. Yoon skates in, righty shot, glove save by Murphy. He holds on as Yoon had a 2-on-1. Had all sorts of room as the defender was skating towards a cutting Messner, and Murphy robbed Yoon in a very similar play to how he robbed Kabori Dunn in the second period. 4:15 left in overtime. And Connor Murphy committing highway robbery on Brian Yoon. Draw's going to be the near side. Riley Wood will take the face-off. He's out there with Gallant and Yoon. Brett Davis will take it for Rapid City. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Yoon back to the right point as he'll skate towards the right circle. Shoulder fake. Now he blows the tire. Gets back to his feet. He's on two knees. Back to his feet. Yoon around the net. Gets pushed by Charles Martin. No penalty. Grizzlies want one. As Martin slices to his right. Yoon back to his feet. Denny Gore gets to neutralize. Gore to the left wing. Steps over the center red line. Drops it for Martin. Martin down the middle. Steps over the Utah line. Fans take up a let's go rush chant. Up ahead, Dashke deflects it out of play as Martin was looking for a pass towards the middle, and Dashke deflected it back into section S here at the Monument. 3:48 left in overtime. What a fun one this has been. Draw's game in the Grizzlies zone. Cameron Buell gets some overtime action here in his Grizzlies and pro debut. He played with Kalamazoo in the preseason. He's out there with Dashke and Neil Shea. Brett Davis will take the draw for Rapid City. He's out there with Gore and Holden Wall. Buell stares down Davis. Davis, a taller player, has about 3 or 4 inches on Buell. Draw. Buell falls down at the circle. Puck nearby. Grizzlies get. Shea clears it out to center. Rapid City gathers it as Holden Wall will backpedal into his own zone with the puck as he dangles back and forth in the near circle. Fans continue to chant, let's go rush. Wall around Rapid City's net, and Connor Murphy's been outstanding. Wall to the left side, gets the neutralize, crosses center. He's battling with Shea. Shea lifts Wall's stick. Buell tries to skate in and take the puck. Dashke does, and he skates back into the Grizzlies zone. Over to Shea near side. Now Shea will skate along the Utah blue line. Now he skates north-south down the middle. Steps over the offensive line. Skates to the left side. Shea backhand shot. Kick save by Murphy. And Shea lifts the puck. Gloved by Murphy about waist high, and he holds on. Boy, Shea very patient with his approach. Just kind of casually skated in front of the net. Backhand shot was kicked away by Murphy. Shea got it back and just kind of shoveled it towards the net. And Murphy was able to snatch it and stop play with 3:07 left in overtime. Reed Lebster gets his first overtime shift. He's out there with Fitz and Dashke. Brian Wagner will take the draw for Rapid City. He's out there with Janicki and Martin. What a fun game this has been. Tied at 3. Rapid City scored the tying goal with 14.9 seconds left. Rush won the draw. Janicki at center ice loses. Dashke gets over towards Lebster. Reed Lebster in his regular season pro debut scored a third period goal. He skates into the zone. Drops it for Dashke. Dashke 16 goals with Kalamazoo last year. He gets held up along the far corner by Janicki, the Notre Dame product. Lebster takes the puck, skates along behind the net to the near side. As Lebster over to the right side, fakes it to Fitz. And he'll backhand it to Dashke. Over to Fitz in the high slot. Fitz skates in. He had an overtime game winner last year against Newfoundland. As Fitz behind his back to Dashke. As now Dashke will exit the zone voluntarily. They'll skate back into the Grizzlies zone. Utah spreads the ice. Pass ahead looking for Manning. Pass goes wide of the mark. And icing is on Utah with 2:21 left in overtime. Good idea by Dashke, but just couldn't quite get the tape of Luke Manning's stick. Nobody scores here in the final 2:21 of overtime. We'll have a shootout. Coelho will take the draw against Luke Manning. Manning's taking a lot of the big face-offs for the Grizzlies here tonight. Draw won by Utah. Tied 3-3 here in overtime. As Fitz, right side, will throw it to the near side. It gets cut off by McCarty. Rapid City takes the puck. Constantinu back deep in his own zone, skates around Murphy's net towards the near side. He's got good speed. Billy Constantinu wearing number 68. Skates down the middle, across the center ice, steps into the offensive zone with ease. He'll veer off to the right, take a shot. It's blocked by Fairbrother, and it flies out of play off the protective netting. 1:58 left in overtime. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Same teams tomorrow night. Looks like both teams are really emptying the bucket here this evening. We'll see who's got the energy less than 24 hours from now. Here at the Monument, 6:50 pregame show, 7:05 face-off. Fans are waving a red rally towel. There's a draw won by the Grizzlies. Racing after it's Mick Messner. He gets to center ice. Messner into the zone, 2-on-2. Stops at the point. As he'll drop it for Manning. Manning's on the right side. Manning directs it to the high slot for Fairbrother, the Grizzlies captain. As Fairbrother will exit the zone himself, Grizzlies reset. Fairbrother back at the Utah line as he surveys, and he'll feed it to Manning on the near side. Manning looks to Fairbrother. Now Manning will do a half circle in front of Shield. Manning with good speed, gets a neutralize. Cross the center, veers off to the left, steps over the line onside, drops it for Messner. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Puck glides along the near boards. Fairbrother will run it down at the Utah blue line. Manning and Messner exit. Briley Wood out there with Gallant. Fairbrother directs it to Wood at center ice near side. Back to Gallant. He's along the Utah line. Now he skates north-south, crosses center ice with speed. Steps over the line, splits a double team. Puck rolls towards Murphy, who just brushes it to the far side with his glove. Rapid City, Davis over to Gore. 1 minute left in overtime. Davis over the line, trying to split the double team. Drops off for Gore. Wood in the area as Gore loses his balance. While he's on his Keister, throws to the right side for Davis. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. As Gore drops for Davis. He's in the near side. Davis being shadowed by Gallant. Rush will voluntarily throw it back into their zone. As the Rush will get 2 fresh forwards on the ice. Charles Martin out there with the puck. He's got Wagner to his left as Martin fakes it to Wagner. Now he stops near the Grizzlies bench. Martin at neutralize. 31 seconds left over to Wagner. He skates down the middle. Wagner into the zone. Slot. Lefty shot's blocked by Yoon. Now Wagner battles with Wood. Wagner centers it to Martin, who crowds it on the left side. Bobbled it for a second. As Martin over to the near goal line. He stops behind Shield's net. Martin gets it to the right side. Shot. It's blocked by Wood. 10 seconds left in overtime. As Janicki gets pushed by Wood. Siren pass picked off by Yoon. 5 seconds left. Puck skips to neutralize. Wagner boxes out Neil Shea. And that will do it for overtime. We go to a shootout. A rare situation for the Grizzlies over the last couple of years. They rarely get in the shootout. I don't even recall a single shootout last season the Grizzlies were in. A minimum of 3 shooters on each side. 3 rounds of a shootout to start, and then it turns into sudden death after that. I think. We've had a good one, and really the star has been both goaltenders. Adam Sheila saved 32 of 35, and Connor Murphy, in overtime, made a key save on a wide-open shot by Brian Yoon on the right wing. Murphy's displayed an outstanding glove, and he has saved 41 of 44. We'll see who ends up shooting first. Kind of turns into a skills competition, as coaches would say at this point of the game. I imagine a lot of the big guns we've seen prominently here tonight will end up in the shootout. Christian Horn and Ryan Knaswich are having a long conversation trying to talk it over. Who's going to be the best candidates for Utah? And if you're Adam Schill, you're probably thinking about who are some of their top guys and maybe thinking about specific moves they might pull off here in the shootout. Schill skates in. Looks like Rapid City's going to shoot first. And Schill's going to defend the net as we see it from left to right. Schill will defend the net on the right side. Murphy will defend the net on the left. And it's going to be... we're still trying to figure out who's shooting first. We're tied at 3. Nobody scored in the 7-minute overtime, though both teams had some really good looks. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to shoot first, and Derek Dashke, who had 16 goals with Kalamazoo, he's on the ice. He's the only skater out there, and Derek Dashke is going to be the first shooter for Utah. Dashke, second year as a pro, 16 goals with Kalamazoo last season. He takes the puck. He'll veer off to the left. Now moves down the middle. Dashke with a lefty shot. Saved by Murphy as Dashke tried to go 5-hole, and Murphy made a blocker save. First shooter for Rapid City is Maurizio Coella. Coella, second year with Rapid City. Last season, he had 12 goals in 72 games. He'll skate in, he'll take the puck. Coella will veer off to the left. Coella now in the left circle, skate in, lefty shot. Saved by Shield. As Coella tried to go low on Shield, just as Dashke did on Murphy. Second shooter for Utah is going to be Neil Shea. Shea, 18 goals with Newfoundland last year. He's got a goal in back-to-back games to start his Grizzlies career. Shea, wearing number 22, skates in. He takes the puck. He'll skate towards his right. Shea, very slow with his approach. Now he skates towards his left. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Murphy. Kind of a body stop by Murphy. Bottom of the second round of the shootout. And for Rapid City, it's going to be number 7, Denny Gore. Gore's been a star tonight. It's his first season as a pro. He had 36 goals in 68 games in the OHL last year. Gore on an AHL contract with Calgary. Takes the puck. He'll skate towards his left. Gore will skate in right. He shot. He scores. He fired it over Schill's right shoulder. And after 2 rounds of the shootout, Rapid City leads 1-0. Game's on the line here. Mick Messner talking it over with Ryan Kanasowicz, and Messner will take the puck for Utah. Game's on the line. Messner had a goal in the preseason 3-on-5. 15 goals for the Grizzlies last year. A goal last Friday. He takes the puck. Messner skates down the middle. Dangles back and forth. Messner with a shot. He scores! He went glove side past Murphy to keep it alive. Messner high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. Brett Davis will be the shooter for Rapid City, top of the 4th. Davis skates in quickly. He'll take the puck. He'll veer off to the near side. Davis dangles back and forth. Scored with 14 seconds left. Backhand shot saved by Schill. As Schill got a glove on it. Davis is the only reason why we're still playing hockey, as he scored with 14.9 seconds left, but he was denied by Schill. Reed Lebster scored a third-period goal in his pro regular season debut. He can win it here for the Grizzlies. Lebster gets the puck. He'll skate towards his left. Lebster, wearing number 17, skates down, take a shot, he scores! We're through 4 rounds. Grizzlies lead 2-1. 5th round of the shootout. Taking the puck is Simon Boyko. Boyko skates in, takes the puck. Veers off to the left, wide. Now he skates into his round. Take a shot, he hits the post. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 4-3, and there is no doubt about it. As Adam Schill was the hero for the Grizzlies tonight. Mick Messner got the shootout game winner. And the Grizzlies will head back to the hotel victorious as they get their first win of the season. As the Grizzlies go to 1-0 on the 1-1 on the season, Rapid City gets a standing point. Their record falls to 0-2-1. Sweet victory for the Grizzlies here in the shootout. As Mick Messner is the hero as he delivers the shootout game winner, and then looked like the post more than Adam Schill denied the rush here tonight. Good crowd here at the Monument, giving their home team a standing ovation. But it's the Grizzlies, the good guys wearing black tonight, and the good guys get a victory. Final score, Utah 4, Rapid City 3. We'll come back and have the postgame show on the other side as the Grizzlies are victorious for the first time in their 30th season of existence as Utah gets a 4-3 shootout victory over the Rapid City Rush. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
What a wild game we had here tonight at the Monument as Rapid City scored the tying goal with 14.9 seconds left in regulation. And neither team scored in overtime, went to a shootout. Grizzlies scored 2 goals to Rapid City's 1 as Mick Messner and Reed Lebster each scored in the shootout. Rapid City got a goal from Denny Gore. And so Utah comes away with a 4-3 victory. And I'm not sure we're going to see 10 games that are any crazier than the one we saw here tonight. Grizzlies rarely play in shootouts, at least over the last couple of years, at least since they extended the shootout time or the overtime from 5 minutes to 7 minutes in the ECHL. Well, the Grizzlies scored first tonight. Neither team scored in the first period. Rapid City had 14 shots to the Grizzlies 13. Both goaltenders were studs in this game. Neil Shea got Utah on the board, 6:48 into the second as he just bounced it off of the back of Connor Murphy and into the back of the net. Briley Wood listed with the assist. That gave Utah a 1-0 lead. The Grizzlies were a good team last year when scoring first. Grizzlies were 23-5-4 when scoring first. It's the first time this season the Grizzlies have scored first, and they are now 1-0 when tallying the first one. Later in the second period, Zach Hoffman fired towards the net. Puck bounced off of something and then just kind of flipped over the right shoulder of Adam Scheel. Hoffman had 3 goals with Rapid City last year, and he scores his first of the season, 13:34 into the second. Denny Gore and Ryan Wagner got the assists. We were tied at 1 after 2 periods. Grizzlies did outshoot the Rush 16-9 in the second period. Grizzlies scored the first 2 goals of the third period as Brian Yoon gave Utah a 2-1 lead. He scored 4:14 in with Gallant and Shea getting the assist. And then Utah got a power play midway through the third period, and Lebster scored his first as a pro. One of those where it almost looked like Manning was in front of the net, but the puck never got to him. And Lebster got his first pro goal with Manning and Derek Dashke getting the assists. Got to give the Rush credit. They kept battling after Utah took a 3-1 lead. Rush seemed like that type of team that's going to give you a good 60-minute battle. Rush had a power play after Nick Pastorius got a roughing minor, 10:22 in, and with 6 seconds left in the power play, Denny Gores along the right wing boards centered it to a wide open Tyler Burney, and Burney, a first-year pro, got the puck and sliced a lefty shot past Adam Scheel, and Burney got his first pro goal, and that cut into the Utah lead 3-2. And then Rapid City put together a furious rally. They pulled their goaltender with 1.5 minutes left. We had a whistle with 65 seconds left. Scott Burt, the Rapid City coach, called his timeout, and it was really smart because it kept that top forward unit on the ice. Rapid City really, just kind of kept a lot of traffic out in front of the net. They had some good looks. They eventually got it to Davis with 15 seconds left. He was in the high slot. Just kind of slung a lefty shot. I mean, there was about 4 or 5 bodies out in front, so I'm not really sure whether Scheel had good vision on it. Puck ended up just kind of saucering past Scheel about waist high into the back of the net, tying it up at 3. Wagner and Gore got the assist, so Gore had 2 third-period assists for Rapid City, and what was already a wild game just kind of took it to another level with Davis scoring that goal. We got to overtime. Both teams had some good looks. Brian Yoon in particular had an outstanding look all alone from the right side. He was robbed by Connor Murphy's glove. Neither team scored in the overtime session. Utah's listed with 4 shots, and Rapid City didn't have a single one listed in overtime. So Grizzlies had their looks, just couldn't find a way to get past Connor Murphy. It was outstanding tonight in a losing effort. Got to a shootout. Gore scored for Rapid City. In the second round, Messner had scored, and then Brett Davis was, and we went to a 4th round. Lebster had scored, and the last shot didn't look like Scheel got it. It looked like it hit the post, and the Grizzlies came away with a 4-3 victory, and the record goes to 1-1 on the season. Rapid City with the loss. They do get a standing point tonight and a well-earned one. Their record falls to 0-2-1 through 3 games. Good crowd here at the Monument, 4,018. Saw an entertaining battle as Rapid City really gave their fans a good thrill, but the Grizzlies come away with the victory, and the final score was 4-3 in a shootout. Other Mountain Division games, Idaho in overtime defeated Toledo 4-3. Kansas City got a 4-0 win over Allen. In overtime, Wichita defeated Tulsa 4-3 as Tulsa gets their first loss of the season. Wichita gets their first win. That's the Mountain Division matchups. 1 game in progress halfway through the second period. Tahoe leads Jacksonville 2-0. Tahoe looking for their first win as a franchise. They are 0-1. Jacksonville is currently 1-0-1. For NHL games this evening, there will be a full docket tomorrow, including Utah Hockey Club as they're on the road to take on the LA Kings. All 4 games have gone final. Edmonton defeats Pittsburgh 4-0. Nashville overcame a 2-0 deficit halfway through the second period. They defeat Chicago 3-2. In overtime, the Islanders defeat the Devils 4-3, and Vegas is a 6-4 winner over Ottawa. So that's the NHL slate tonight. Let's see if we can find the 3 stars of the game, as Grizzlies did come away with the victory. Third star is Brett Davis, who scored the game-tying goal 1945 into the third period. Davis is the third star. Second star is Connor Murphy, the Rapid City goaltender. He played an outstanding game. He saved 41 of 44 and 2 of 4 in the shootout. And the number one star is Reed Lebster, scored a third-period goal and had the shootout game winner. Lebster had 3 shots and was a +1 for the Grizzlies. Looks like he's going to be a good one. He was acquired in a trade with the Florida Everblades earlier this week. He had a solid season at Michigan State University last year and was pretty good in 4 years at UMass Amherst before that. And Reed Lebster is the number one star for the game tonight. The number one star for the Grizzlies. That means Reed Lebster. If you add him as your pick to click, he's the big pick to click winner this evening. You can also say Adam Scheel, who really did enough to get the Grizzlies a victory. He was solid in net as Scheel saved 32 of 35. Well, I'm not sure tomorrow night's game is going to be as thrilling and as exciting as this one, but we're going to have a lot of fun either way. As tomorrow night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:05 face-off here at the Monument. Grizzlies will take on the Rush. And don't forget, we're just 7 days away from the Grizzlies home opener as Utah is celebrating their 30th season of professional hockey in the Salt Lake Valley, as Grizzlies have a 2-game set against the Allen Americans on November 1st and 2nd. Home opening weekend is presented by Smith's. And then the Tahoe Night Monsters will be in town for the first time ever, Pucks and Pups, or you can bring your dog to the game. That's going to be on Saturday, November 9th. And then the Grizzlies will also face Tahoe on Sunday, November 10th at 3 o'clock. Well, that'll wrap things up. We had a good time here tonight. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. In 2 hours and 53 minutes, about as long a hockey game as you can get, and in front of a good crowd of 4,018. It was the Utah Grizzlies that came away with a 4-3 shootout game winner as the Grizzlies get their first win of the 2024-25 season. Well, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Just one of those guys just trying to live my dream. My dream is to get to the NHL, and hopefully someday I'll get there. Until tomorrow, I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.